All right, guys. So welcome back again. We are. Yeah, I've got a bunch of monitors too. I have Discord open in multiple tabs. Yeah. Anyway, we're starting up the podcast again this week. We are gonna do two chapters, 1012, 1013, and hey, thanks. And
You're welcome.
you need to quit with that. You need to quit saying you're welcome for everyone else, dude. You've been on a big kick of that, like always.
Listen, man, if I see a thank you, it's coming out. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah,
All right,
go
yeah,
on.
yeah. So we're gonna start off with 1012 uh here, and then after a while, we'll yeah. Well, I mean, I don't need to explain it all. You guys are smart.
Mhm.
So okay, chapter 1012 itch, and we start off with a pretty cute cover page here of birds nesting in kids mop of a hair whatever. His hair looks kind of screwed up there, dude. I don't know how he's not aware of them being in there.
And this must have been over the course of a few months. So yeah, he must have just been chilling there like a villain.
Go villain. I agree. Okay. Anyways, it's cute. I agree. I'm itchy. Let's move on to the real stuff. So we get some cool stuff.
Dude, this is the worst podcast yet. Damn.
See, so here,
We are strapped
wait.
for
Before Adam talked, I wanted to see how long Fats would go to like continue having someone talking without someone responding to him. Um, but it didn't work out because Adam responded.
Dude, you're
So
mean. Isn't that
Man,
mean?
you should have told me.
I should have DM'd you. Yeah, my bad. I figured we'd all just ignore him, just like as
You guys
usual.
are fucking conspiring against me, dude.
It's just
Jeez.
how it gotta be sometimes. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, so we move on. And we see the connecting hallway where Kiku and Izo are having a conversation. Um, kind of talking shit to Izo for just dipping out. By the way, kind of kind of deserved.
Definitely deserve.
I mean, it's a little bit justified. It's true. Yeah.
A little bit of a piece of shit. Not gonna front.
Yeah, Kiku just proving that she's a straw hat material right here. She needs to join.
Okay, dude. All right, dude.
You're crazy.
Let that one. We're not getting any more straw
this is
hats.
the new one.
Um, yeah, sure. Well, actually, I think it's more likely to be Izo because he already has a reputation for leaving Wano, right? So Izo joins the Straw Hat crew due to his long
But
reputation.
Kiku needs to get revenge on Izo by leaving.
Well, no, she'll get revenge on Izo by dying.
No. No.
But yeah,
Okay.
it's a good conversation. I appreciate seeing the sibling dynamic and whatnot. Appreciate it very much. Um, but yeah, and then we see where was it?
Hey, Red, you know what? Uh,
Yo,
Izo's been outside of Wano for longer than he's lived in it, hasn't he?
yeah,
He's been out of it for like 25 years now, right?
yeah, he's an old man.
Yep.
Oh man.
Damn, that's actually crazy.
Yeah, and they
This
made
ain't even
this
his
guy.
home anymore, bro. Fuck that shit.
They made this guy
Get him out of here.
scabbard, and
Yeah,
to
right.
top it off, no other scabbard besides Kiku and Izo made it in the top 50 of the worldwide poll. This
I don't know
fucking
how the
bum
fuck
who's
Izo
like
made
not
it. How the
even.
fuck did Izo make it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
man. This guy's just some bum. He doesn't even know Wano. He doesn't even know what's going on here, man. What a disaster.
All right, I don't
I
know
do
how
like your
that happened.
dynamic though.
Fuck the dynamic. Kiku and Izo over like Kawamatsu, Ashura, Denjiro, even Ryzen.
Inner
I'm being
Inner
honest.
Rashi didn't even make top 200.
Oh, that's just sad. That's just you fans. You disappoint me, man.
Who?
the fans voted like that.
No, never mind. Anyways.
Yeah, Inarashi did not make top 200.
Mhm. I was supposed to be like a I like Nekomamushi more fucking Arashi who, but yeah.
Oh, well.
So we see that conversation continue. And they're like, we gotta win. The rest of you scatter, join the fight, and then we see Kiku taking responsibility first and foremost,
I do
saying,
like that.
"Hey, I think it's great." Yeah,
I'm
saying,
really,
"Hey, I won't fuck up this time."
yeah, I'm really looking forward to Kiku and Kanjuro fighting here. Oh,
Mhm.
one more jab at Izo, by the way. He trying to act all cool here. Oh, if the country's opened up as we hope, what do you think will happen to Wano? And he's like, oh, let's talk about it in the morning if we're still alive. Dude, he doesn't even know what happens on Wano anyway. He doesn't. This guy should have no fucking say at all. I don't
I agree.
know.
He's
Yeah.
just trying to draw. He's just trying to give himself a death flag for us so that we can be hopeful that he dies.
True.
Fuck
You know,
Izo, dude. Fuck
He's
Izo.
just gone, dude. Get him out of here.
Yeah,
No,
but
I
Kenny,
actually
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. Kennymon's like, we win or we die for all the raid failures out there. So there's that.
Mhm, 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 mhm.
I
all right,
think-
so they call it a tall task to stay alive here, but they just survived against Kaido. Like there's nothing but not Kaido beneath them right
Yeah.
now. It probably won't be that much taller of a task than I don't know what they already went through.
I think at least one scabbard is kicking the bucket. I don't
Yeah.
know which one, but one
Hopefully,
Astro
Ashur has
Doji.
already kicked the bucket.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he,
I
he
don't
already
think-
got stabbed and blown
No,
up.
I disagree. I think he's gonna pick the bucket, but I don't think it's a hopefully because I think it'd be cooler if he came back, and helped versus Jack like with Inarashi at the very end, and then he kicked the bucket there.
Trash.
well, like
Why is
if,
that trash?
if for an example, like if Kiku is able to get to Kanjuro, you remember how when he was he had his like Odin painting, saying that it was very difficult to keep that up. Depends on I guess when Kiku gets there, cause yeah, right. Like
Wait,
then,
what?
like then Ashura is not going to have to continue to fight against that painting or do anything else like that.
Painting. We're talking about Jack.
No, I know, yeah. I'm just saying, like, Ashura could get freed up, when...
The painting's gone. It got blown up.
You sure?
Dude, do
Yeah,
you think the painting's
yeah.
still good after that explosion?
It might
No,
be.
Ashura Doji's on the ground unconscious right now. Man.
Yeah, Ashura's unconscious at the moment. But I
Yeah.
think that what I was saying is that I think he's gonna stand up again, because I think Inu's probably gonna have some trouble. Maybe they'll be at a standstill or something, and then he'll create an opening for Arashi to finally finish him off, and then that's when Ashura Doji like finally kicks the bucket. They both have had like an encounter with Jack before as well. So I think that's a pretty good possibility. I think it'd be cooler and more impactful than the death he already got, because that was a little rushed to me. So
Yeah.
I want a little something more. Now, Bean, why do you consider that trash? So
I just feel like the way he died, driving home the Conjura betrayal is a lot more impactful than if he were able to get back up, kill Jack, and then go back down anyway.
but it's a fatal wound. It's not like
Agree.
it's not like he didn't die from Conjuro. He's fatally wounded. He's probably gonna die anyways. That's what I'm implying. Is that he still dies from Conjuro, but with his last breath, he basically helps out.
Yeah, it seems like it just seems unnecessary. You know, like Inarashi could conceivably just take on Jack himself at this point.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree
Like
with that.
it just seems like whether he's in it or not, it doesn't really change the impact of what happens. Like Jack's gonna go down either way.
No. It changed the impact of Arashi's death for me. I don't care. I'm not talking about like the impact of the fight itself. I just
Oh,
want
you
a
think
moment where he-
Inarashi's gonna die?
or not? Sorry. Ashura Doji, his death. I did not feel impacted by his death at all. So, and I feel like that's slightly intentional, as like a little, like maybe he's still alive, maybe he's not type of thing from Oda. And I think he is still alive, but I think he is going to die. And Ashura Doji had been my favorite my favorite of the scabbards this entire time. So I feel a little cheated out of a cool, more impactful moment. I just felt it was a little rushed, and I feel like that's intentionally so. Similar to how I felt about Hyogoro's almost death a couple chapters ago. When it like was being like, oh, take off my head right now, or else blah blah blah. I felt like that would have been unimpactful, and I had that entire conversation with you guys about how it would be, and then you guys disagreed, obviously, because it was still pretty cool. Just it felt rushed to me. And then the next chapter, it's like, okay, no, he's not actually dying here, and that's how I feel about Ashura Doji as well. But yeah, that's my take. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's.
I guess if it comes up, it's not bad.
I don't
It's
think he's
just
dead here.
it just feels like I feel complete with the way it was already. Like he doesn't really need a fight or one last
Yeah, I
one
agree.
last save or anything for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I sort of disagree with Red. For me, 1008 has been the best chapter in all of Wano so far. I mean, it's because of the Ashura Doji moment. I really don't think that it was rushed at all. If anything, it was like compare it to the Hyo moment, which was like I thought that was complete. Like it was like more dragged out in such a way that you knew that he wouldn't die, because like it seemed very obvious to a lot of people, including me, that like Chopper would just come in and save them anyway.
Yeah.
While in this case it's not like that. It wasn't that at all. It was like more sudden and more like realistic in that way.
Well,
I don't
I
know about
agree
all
that
of Wano, but
I agree that it's like one of the better chapters of Wano, but I don't think that's because of Ashura Doji specifically. I think it's just like everything that encompassed it with Kanjuro coming back and Kanjuro's reveal and everything. But like the actual Ashura Doji moment, while I think is a very good moment for him, I don't think it's a very good moment for his death. Where like Pedro, for example, still like had like that like abrupt feeling or whatever, but it had a flashback intertwined like that gave it more like impact emotionally. Whereas like this was just kind of like to the point. And I could see how that could be like an enticing thing for his death for some people to like provide more impact for that betrayal specifically rather than impact for Ashura Doji. But I want Ashura Doji to feel impactful to me. Well, Ashura Doji.
Okay.
I want him to get his deserved death. I want him to get his like mini flashback, stuff like that.
Perhaps we'll have to see.
We shall see.
I guess we should go back to talking about 1012.
Fuck that chapter. Let's go back to 1008, bro. That shit was bumping.
Was pretty good, dude. It was hot.
Yeah, that shit
So Shillian and Barate meet up and they tell Mr. They tell Neko about.
Barriette.
I don't know, dude. I don't read the.
I don't know how. Yeah.
Barriette, I don't know, but
Barriette,
who knows?
Right.
Yeah, he tells him about the news about Pedro's death and how Wanda and Carrot basically lost. So that now Nekomamushi is gonna have to finish their business.
I like this. I like this a lot. A lot of people thought that Carrot and Wanda were gonna get back up and go and finish it off, but they're handing it off to Neko.
The matchup is like it's like something out of Alice in Wonderland, dude. It's like the Cheshire Cat fighting against some other character from that. I don't know. I like the idea of them fighting, dude.
That's actually
the Red Queen's Guard or whatever.
Yeah, that's actually a really good comparison. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it's cool.
He really does like seem like one of those characters.
He even does a little Cheshire grin in that one.
No. Yeah, that one's a given. But the other one, fucking Perispero, he's
Perispero, yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah, it's cool, dude. Need to see that. Need to see that arm gun in action.
And in the next panel, we get confirmation on a conversation we had a long time ago regarding Nekomamushi, specifically being able to fly. Remember that conversation?
That is not flying.
Well, it's like it looks like he's genuinely. Is he jumping or is he? Because it looks like there's like little
kicks off the ground, like you see.
But it looks like there's kicks off the air too, like behind his legs.
You think so?
No, that's debris from. He like kicked off like you can see the ground there. He kicked off so hard, it's destroying the ground.
So we're
But no,
sticking with
I
the
wasn't gonna. I wasn't gonna use that for it. Like I still think he can fly in some way, like some guided gliding at least. But
Okay, yeah, I agree with that.
I don't think that was it there. I think he's just jumping really hard.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Or he could be using that here as well, just to extend his jump or some shit.
Yeah, probably. Just like he did with Jack back at Zoe. Yeah.
Yep. All right. I thought
s-
the dialogue might have confirmed it for you, and that you were gonna have a conversation about that, but
No, I'm not that petty.
yeah. Something to note here is that Denjiro's not shown the entire chapter, so we don't know like where he's going and if he's already left the group. At least I think
Yeah.
he went to go find Hiyori. I
yeah,
don't
he
know
might
what
have
any of you
noticed.
guys
He might have
think.
been the only one that noticed, and like didn't tell anyone or something. You know, I could see him doing something like that.
Yeah, for some reason I picture him helping in the fight against the All Stars. I don't know. I don't really have anything to back that up, but
Really?
yeah, I don't know why. I feel like I picture him helping in the main room, but
Well, I think there's some weight added to what Adam said in that like Denjiro specifically has the most involvement with Orochi than anyone here, basically. And if he
Mhm.
finds Hiyori, and then Zoro finds his way there, then everyone that has like a bone to pick with Orochi is now in this like one spot together or whatever. So I don't know. I think there's some weight to what Adam's saying.
that definitely works better narratively.
See, I feel like because Jinjuro was basically Orochi's equivalent of the All Stars, it would fit to have him over there trying to fight with them because he was kind of noted to be the strongest samurai around on the other side, right?
With the what does that have to do with the All Stars though? Just that he's strong.
Yeah, it's because he was the top officer for Orochi, so he would fight Kaido's top officers.
maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
not
see
sure.
We'll see what happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I can see it, but yeah.
yeah. Anyway, we move on. You know, we get some more endearing Yamato moments here. Uh, yeah,
Can't wait for her to join the crew.
I think I yeah. My trouble actually with Yamato is that I think her character is actually very similar to like how Luffy acts,
That's a
and
good comparison too. Yeah.
and it's sort of like I don't know. Maybe there's a dynamic to stick around there, but maybe not. It's not like it's a reason for her to not join, really. Um,
Yeah, I'm not.
but yeah. We don't
I
have to
just don't
go
want more from it. Yeah,
deep
we don't have to
down
go through
the
that
Yamato thing like we
rabbit
do
hole.
every fucking week. Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's a
Yeah.
big
You know, you're right to say that, but at the same time, it kind of goes in with that theme that Luffy and the other emperors and like Garp all have about them with their big happy-go-lucky, want to get into a fight, uh, love the bloodlust kind of attitude, you know?
Well,
Except
I think what he means is that they'd be on the same crew, and that attitude would be directly contrasting each other the entire time, as opposed to having multiple characters in the series that are similar like that. Like it's different when you have them on the same crew working together constantly. And
oh, not
usually you
just like
want more of a
Yamato's
balance.
character in general.
Yeah, it's the idea of that being on the crew is what makes it like a bit more like a lot less varied, I guess. Right?
Yeah. What
Like
Chuck
you
said
want
is
everyone to be
true,
more
too.
different.
Yeah, for her. But yeah, we've rehashed this a million times. So
Yeah, we've had the Yamato talk enough. When
That's
when
fair.
more
I
evidence
actually
shows
haven't.
up, I'm down to get into it.
Actually, I haven't heard that angle before. That's actually a pretty fair argument against it.
Yeah, I hadn't heard it before either, but just I agree
yeah,
with what Beth said about it.
sure. So yeah, Yamato goes off towards the roof. So we're basically soft confirmation here. I think most people would agree we're going to get some kind of Yamato Kaido dialogue on the upcoming chapters at some point. if all is going in the right direction.
Oh, and it's gonna be like them two alone without Luffy there too. So I think I'm interested in seeing how that'll go too, without Luffy interjecting.
Yeah, and most people are expecting the Kaido flashback to happen when that happens.
Yep.
Yeah, that's almost guaranteed. I think.
I'm very excited about it. We're gonna. I think, it's just gonna open up a lot of eyes about Kaido's character. I think, seeing how he actually talks with her, gonna answer some other questions. Yeah, it's a lot of great stuff that'll come from that. So I think we're all pretty happy about it.
And another thing here is that like we have, like Momo's saying specifically voices what he's hearing on the roof.
I
Instead of
wanted to
just-
comment on that. It's interesting. He's kind of controlling his observation consciously at this point.
Well, I don't want to. That's me saying that is me saying that I don't think it's like confirmed observation yet because he specifically said voices. It could be like an application of observation that he can only hear voices like Kobe did, kind of. But it's I think it's really weird how it's framed here.
It's
And
definitely a type of
considering everything
observation in hockey.
Well, yeah,
well,
he was said in
that's
the V
literally
record to have.
the same term for it.
He was said in his V record to have observation, right? Or am I?
Oh, is that right?
I don't read it. I don't read
It's
anything
right-
about
well, that's
Beaver.
right. That is correct, Fats. But even without that, this is still clearly observation hockey to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is
well,
like Isa,
dude, the
Kobe,
voices thing
like
is-
Well, the reason I don't agree is because we don't know anything about fucking voice of all things really. So we could be getting that through Kobe instead of just being like a regular observation application. type
No,
of
this
thing.
is a regular observation thing. Multiple people have referenced
Yeah.
it. Like the voice is how
I-
observation.
Isa,
is-
Kobe, both.
So they
did
said
this.
voices specifically.
Yeah, specifically voices.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's just becoming a man. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's also how you can tell the voice of all things is like clearly some observation mutation, or offshoot of some kind.
Maybe.
I don't know if that's how you could tell.
All
but,
right, more likely to be. I won't say clearly.
maybe it gives it some weight. Yeah.
Can we talk about
Um,
Shinobu
Yes.
peeking at Odin's travels?
Yes.
Dude,
I mean, she's a big Odin fan too, so.
she's
Big-
like, I want, like, why does she not want to read it? Is she like, what reason?
Well, she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to like peek on his diary, bro. You know.
She just she looks at the page Momo's looking at, and it's like, yeah, and this annoying ninja just followed us into the battle. God, it was fucking horrible. I hate
She wouldn't
her.
shut the fuck up, bro.
That'd be bad.
Yeah, good stuff. I'm
Yamato
excited
must
to
have-
see. Sorry.
Sorry, I was just gonna say Yamato must have taken really good fucking care of that journal. It's over 28 years old. Really, like what, 40 years old, or no, 30 years old by this point, and it's still in one piece and not crumbling to pieces.
Yeah, it's a kind of crumbling, but it's in one piece. Yeah, little battered, I'd say.
But a big question for there is, do you guys think that Momo will actually read something that we did not get from the Odin flashback?
Yes.
Because basically narrated from the journal.
I feel like there's no point in showing us this if he's not going to give us like some new info from reading it.
I
as well.
think Momo is going to be the one who tells us like the exact reason why Wano needs to be open. I think that's going to come from him.
That's very possible.
That sounds exactly right to me.
Well, wasn't the reason that they like wanted to be accepting of Luffy or like the person?
The
that
person,
the
but
next
like,
boy,
but like,
yeah.
but like, why do they need to be accepting of the person? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
Like what role do they play in it? Yeah.
yeah, something
okay.
like that.
Like we get more info on a Joy Boy's whole spiel and everything, potentially.
It's just all
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
At the end of Wano, we might hear more about that. I still don't think we get the full bit, but we're gonna get another piece of that
Mhm.
stuff. So
Now we get the goat, you know, the best of the best, the big man himself.
oh yeah, this is Zoro just looking great in that. panel. No. Man, there's so many funny memes of this picture. Holy shit.
Sanji doctoring, better doctor than Chopper.
Better
Yeah.
doctor than Chopper? Question mark.
I want to know how these fodder figured out that Zoro is in that. Like what?
Bro,
They said it
observation
might
hockey.
be, bro. They said it might
That
be.
that
Who
makes
would
it
guess
worse.
that?
That yeah, who would guess that
What?
that might be Zoro in
Genius.
there?
A genius. We don't dude, don't underestimate the beast pirates, all right?
I guess that.
Bro, they can just smell them with the smile fruits, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't know.
They could smell the lack of power coming from it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, so they're coming after our boys Sanji and Zoro for their bounties, I guess. Because their bounties are high, rather, not for their bounties.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
it's-
Zoro just being a fucking dead weight as usual. Typical Zoro.
Yeah. Well. Anyway. We actually
Mhm.
get a time frame here, which was interesting. I kind of skipped past that. Like I didn't.
I
pay
don't
too much
know if I
attention to it.
I don't know if I
first week.
buy that like a few dozen
So,
minutes later.
There's
When-
just
when
some
this
controversy
chapter-
around it.
When
Yeah.
this chapter came out, I thought the dozens was incorrect, but the next chapter made the dozen like more feasible. Is what I think.
Because of okay.
What
yeah,
the
yeah, I get
ending?
you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay.
yeah, but yeah, when because dozens implies that like Big Mom has literally just been rampaging on the third floor looking for Kid for like literally half an hour. So
Mhm.
that just did not seem feasible to me. So, but apparently that might be the case.
I could buy that. Yeah, that makes sense. So Sanji's been carrying his dead weight for that long. Zoro can't even get up after 30 minutes. That's crazy, bro.
A few
Sheesh.
dozen would mean at least like an hour and a half.
A few dozen, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, an hour and a
I
half.
don't know. Yeah.
Few
a
means
few-
3 or more.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
a
like
few
3 to
dozen.
6.
So wait, 36 hours or more, basically, or minutes or more.
Dude, Zoro knocked out for 36 hours. Sanji carrying him.
Luffy fighting Kaido for 36 hours.
Sheesh.
But yeah, they
Yeah,
have
so
to
36
finish.
minutes or more.
I mean, the only real time limit here is I think they're definitely gonna beat Kaido when the fucking sun starts to rise, just for the fucking symbolism and shit. So
The dawn.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So
Anyways,
Yeah.
and knowing what we know next from next chapter too, that's definitely
Yeah.
yeah.
Chalk says it says a few 10 minutes.
I hate
few
that.
10 minutes.
I hate
Yeah,
that
that's
direct
weird.
translation. Yeah, so
Yeah.
like 30 minutes roughly. Let's just go with that.
That works. 30
yeah,
minutes.
36 hours. Shit.
I was
Uh,
thinking stuff for some reason doesn't meant 30, and therefore an hour and a half.
yeah. But yeah, so moving on, Sanji catches them just fucking randomly. And sees Zeus, and Zeus just fucking dipsets after Sanji asks about Nami or whatever. Apparently, man is having some regrets, you know? He's having his worries, so on and so forth. And then Law lands in Sanji's shoulder just like a fucking Chad for some reason. This shit's actually great. I appreciate that.
Dude,
So-
I love that pose. Like, how did he land
Law
like
just
that?
chilling.
Yeah, he's straight chilling.
This is like the equivalent of this is like Law's revenge for having them try to put Chopper on top of his head in Punk Hazard. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then he leaves and he's like, "You do the doctor stuff." When he's the fucking doctor, I don't get that, bro. I don't know how.
Bro, he's saying that he's more important than Sanji is.
No, he's not.
That he
Come on.
he's a better fighter versus Big Mom than Sanji. That's all it is.
Well, he is. That's true. Versus a woman, bro. Cheat.
that is a fact. Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, that's all it is.
But yeah, I just thought
Do
it was
you
weird that he didn't take like it probably wouldn't take him that long considering his devil fruit to like do something about Zoro. So I was just a bit weirded out by that. But yeah.
Could have wrapped it up in like 5 minutes properly, at least. I guess you're not supposed to actually wrap people straight up like that when they have broken bones everywhere.
Just fucking what are they called? What's the fucking type of joint called?
Wait, what again?
The three-way joint or whatever. What are those called?
Oh, like a cross blunt? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Fucking Zoro's fucking cross blunted out.
Yeah.
Cross joint, yeah.
Do you guys think he's actually gonna get back up anytime soon, or actually gonna fight at this point?
I think
Yeah,
if he does
I do
anything, he'll do one final attack and that's it.
Yeah, he might like create an opening for somebody. Like maybe he'll like attack Queen at some important point or King or something, and someone
I
else
hope
gets
he-
the final shot.
Dude, I hope he spins on his head like a top and does like a Tempest kick with his arms or some shit.
See, I was hoping he would just like have a sword in his mouth and do the exact same thing and just do
Yeah,
it
that
like
works
from
too.
that.
It's like some Kaku
But
type shit.
but I hope he doesn't actually get back up to fight. Like let the dude rest at this point. He gave it his all.
Mm. I wouldn't be like upset if he got up if they didn't specify like 20 to 30 bones. So now I'm just like, that'd be a little weird if he came back like fucking gunning it and whatnot. But I do think he'll do another
Yeah,
attack.
I think he's doing something else later.
I mean, he's definitely doing something else, but like there are some people that think he's gonna like practically 1v1 King from this point, and
Yeah, people think he's
that
getting
is
back
just
up and
very
fighting
unfeasible.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Maybe Marco's been like shitting on King off screen for the last couple of chapters. Soften
I
him
don't
up
think
or
I don't think it
something.
matters. I don't think it matters how much Marco fucks up King. Because at that point, if King gets fucking 20 to 30 bones broken as well, then he's just out of the fight. Just like Zoro. There's no point in fighting him. But yeah. I guess we could talk about their little banter here, which I appreciate quite a bit. Yeah.
Nobody. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Sanji just finding random shit here somehow to wrap him up. I love like Law's demand here is so ridiculous. Actually, I mean he's not only he's the doctor. He's like, yeah, give him splints, keep his head facing up, make sure he's conscious, make sure you just bandage him up. It's like where the fuck does he get all this stuff anyway? Like, what are they just in the middle of like the Onigashima hospital or something?
I didn't even fucking think of that.
It's like where anyway, dude. Yeah, it's funny.
That's good stuff. That's
Yeah,
good
we get we get Zoro and Sanji both reiterating, of course they still believe in Luffy, right?
Mhm.
So that's pretty standard. And Sanji's trying to figure out what the hell to do with Zoro. Meets up with Kawamatsu. And then I want to bring this up specifically because I kept saying it. Dude, Zoro this is like one of his best feats of the entire raid is telling Sanji directly. He wakes up out of nowhere and tells Sanji basically to go fight one of the All-Stars.
Yeah, he's just like,
He just
just
wakes
fucking
up
get a
and just
1v1
like,
already, bitch.
dude, just go fight one of these All-Stars, and then he just goes
Just
back to
fucking-
sleep. Oh man,
It's like what everyone's waiting for him to do. He's just
Yeah.
like, just fucking do it already, bro.
yeah, Zoro's a real bro for that one.
Appreciate you. But yeah, good stuff, good stuff. And then Kawamatsu is going there as well, right?
And Izo,
Yeah, and he's
and
Oh, Izo as well.
Nekomamushi, and Shishilian, and the monkey.
Oh, were they going too? I thought they
Yeah,
took off
but-
in a different direction.
Well, Sparrow is also there, so
They
Oh, is
took
it?
off, but they're going. Well, Perisparrow's not like on the live floor. He's like around it, kind of. I guess.
Well, he
It's been a
was-
lot of time
he was
since
in
we last
I-
saw that, right?
Yeah,
Like,
we
we know
see-
it's
it's
at
on
least been like
sneaking
half an
around.
hour or whatever. So maybe he's still
Yeah.
sneaking around, but he's in the general vicinity. Yeah.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is that he's probably not going to be like joining in on the All-Star fight or anything. He's going straight for Paris Sparrow, and we're going to see that encounter more
Yeah,
than
yeah.
likely.
Yeah,
Well,
for sure.
Paris is trying to jump in between Marco and King and Queen.
And then Nekomamushi comes in between Paris Sparrow and them, I guess. Something like that's going to happen. Who
Yeah.
knows? I thought Paris Sparrow might even like try to scheme shit instead of like making direct confrontation.
Yeah,
but I'm not really sure.
What Evan said is good too. Having Kawamatsu get a little bit of
Oh yeah,
revenge on Queen.
I didn't
for
even
being
think of
locked
that.
up.
all those fishbone, all those
That could
poison.
Yeah, it'll be good.
give
King
like
and Queen.
Chopper more of like a reason to have a chance against Queen as well if he continues to fight him with Kawamatsu's help and whatnot.
I'm betting King also helped torture a lot of people as well.
Wait, what?
I'm betting King also helped torture a lot of people as well.
Dude, I don't know
King,
what you said.
King tortured
Does
people
what, though?
too.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
Queen. Oh my god.
It was robotic, but you could still understand what he was saying.
I heard him saying king, and I didn't hear anything else. But yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Moving on, I guess.
We
Uh,
return to Big Mom's beatdown of page 1.
fucking beating down the fuck. She's gonna take them all out one by one, bro.
She's
Hold
great.
him.
I love like there's like smoke or something, or like remnants
Yeah,
of
the
hockey
smoldering
on her
fist.
Yeah. Dude,
Mhm.
she's scary. She's so scary. I love how she just punches him and then asks the question afterwards as well. Was it you? He's just like out cold here. And she's asking him questions. Shoot first, ask questions later, however that expression goes. Yeah, it's funny.
She's the first person to visibly put him down.
What about Sanji, man?
Dude,
Well, yeah,
come on.
he wasn't out like this, but he did.
Well,
some-
he
Well,
was.
we
He
didn't
show it.
see.
Yeah.
We didn't see the end of that one.
Yeah. We
and then,
saw
like,
we saw
against
it in the
Luffy, he gets
distance.
back up.
He dove down and knocked him out or whatever. But then it like cut away to have cool effect of not showing fully what he can do with his raid suit. I guess that's what it seemed like they were hiding. But yeah.
Yeah. And then as we had debated over what Ulti was gonna do, Ulti's pissed. She's so pissed that on the next page, her mask magically comes off in rage somehow.
That's crazy.
I love that, and it's back the very next panel she's in.
Yeah, it'll be fixed in the volume release. We'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. And
Like I
then
really like what Nami says here though. It's
yeah.
her, Olin. She's the one who did the thing that made you sad.
Yeah.
the fucking wording for that is so stupid.
Dude, Nami is just so
And-
great.
And
Whatever
then
it
she's
was.
like, "Oh, Ulti, come over here. Come smack Olin over here."
Come on, let's take out Big Mom together.
Oh yeah, Nami's so good. I love
All
how
right,
Big Mom
so-
like turns on them, like gets like up in their face, like right next to them, and then just like goes back to her normal business. She's just
Yeah.
Oh
I
man.
like how Ulti's like confident against Big Mom too, even if it's maybe a bit overconfident. But she's not backing down. She's like after that old hag, I'm taking you down next, implying she'll actually take down Big Mom.
Yeah, she's a rambunctious little thing. She's gonna. I really do think she gets Conqueror's Hockey, so she'll be back.
Really think so?
Facts, on God,
I think so.
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah, who knows, man? I don't know.
So, Adam, how do you feel about Mother Mode now? Now that you see that Big Mom didn't forget about Usopp or Nami, really?
I mean, I still don't think it was like foreshadowed like enough, but I mean, it's like fine or whatever because, I mean, Ulti's the one that really stopped them. It wasn't Big Mom that stopped him. So
Yeah, but one of the things you didn't like was that it seemed like she had suddenly just forgotten or ignored completely.
I mean, she probably did until Nami started shouting again.
Mm.
Perhaps.
Who knows? Who knows? It's not really worth arguing about. The point is that she noticed them like right after, so whatever. And then we see fucking Ulti do a pretty cool attack actually. Takes a page out of Bellamy's book right here. So it's bouncing off the walls and headbutts her in the face.
Yeah.
Or
Was
him.
that the same
is
move
like
that
Bellamy.
she used on Luffy?
Same what?
Was that the same move that she used on Luffy?
I think the one she used on Luffy, she just like grabbed him by the arms and headbutt him. But I don't. Maybe she called it Ulti Mortar still. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure that's what she calls it. Yeah.
I guess every headbutt she does is just Ulti Mortar. Yeah.
Yeah, there it goes. Thank you.
No. Well, let's see. This translation has it as Ulti Skull Cannon. I don't know. I don't know if that's the official one or not.
One Evan posted it says.
Yeah,
Ulti
Ulti Mortar is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. But oh yeah, that's before she
Yeah,
grabs his
word.
arms actually. So maybe it did.
Poor Camacho. I love his expression in that one that panel up at the top. I'm gonna post it.
Where he's wheezing and
Yeah,
wolfing.
dude,
He's
his-
terrified.
He's so tired, man.
Look at this poor dog. He's so
Mhm.
exhausted.
Should have been a cat. Sorry, brother.
Uh,
Yeah, and she just takes him out though. They're
Yeah.
forced to run afterwards, basically.
apparently, Ulti is like really fast here too, because Nami's
She
like she
vanished.
vanished.
Mm-hmm.
And this after she fought someone from CP9 too.
Yeah, it's pretty fast attack there.
Possibly. I don't know if it'll be fully collaborative or not.
I
But
do I
at the
do
moment, it's looking like at the
yeah
moment it's looking like Kawamatsu and like Chopper or something are gonna be like
yeah
going for the game.
it's already been collaborative in some ways. Like he's taken hits from multiple people during the raid, so
Mhm.
for Queen, yeah. Anyway, yeah, we go to the next one. Komachio is down. Uh
Yeah.
Man, he didn't deserve this, man.
Then she just fucking kicks him after. Fucking and he yipes like a dog. That's fucked up,
yeah,
bro.
Ulti is brutal. She's like, "Oh, did that break a few bones? Well, time to actually kill you now." And then Tama's upset, and then she just slaps the fuck out of Tama as well.
What a bitch.
Yeah, Tama's a real fucking tank.
Yeah, Thomas top 10, bro.
Yeah.
Top 5.
First she survives fucking Kaido, and now she survives Ulti.
I mean, if she survived Kaido, Ulti's not gonna be shit. I'm just saying.
I think she just kind of smacked her upside the head. It wasn't like a big like, oh, I'm gonna just like kill this kid right here. It's like, oh fuck you, like get out of my way. It's one of those.
Well, her fingers are all curled up like she did try to claw the little girl.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be that. It does look like she would have clawed her, but
Yeah.
maybe not the case. I don't know.
Yeah. But
Anyway, that pisses off
then
everybody. Hitting Tama. The dog was one thing, but Tama.
Right.
We can just ignore Komachio apparently, and then Tama getting hit though. Big Mom is furious, and so is Nami, right? And then they're about to confront each other, and then Nami comes in with a pretty spicy electrical attack here.
yep. And maybe it was. I mean, like, I don't want to get too much into the next chapter, but her line kind of wasn't delivered upon as much as I was hoping. I'll say that much. But yeah,
The only reason she got this here was because Big Mom wasn't going to get the same spotlight twice,
yeah.
like right in a row here.
Well, it was also just to give Nami some hype, but then
Nami is gonna, I think she is gonna finish off Tama.
I think
Or not
yeah,
Tama.
Ulti. Dude, the
Yeah,
fucking
she's going to
triple, bro.
finish off Tom.
Kaido,
I mean,
Ulti, and Nami. The
That's
ultimate.
that's what she was doing in that one panel. She's like trying to choke out Tama there for.
Yeah, but this is also the chapter that was released right after the poll where Nami got third, which was like a huge like boost to her after she was botted up there.
Is
So I mean, probably Oda just trying to give the fans something a little
that a joke or no?
partially a joke, but it's like she did get a moment like right after the poll thing where she got third.
I think most weekly Shonen Jump series are a couple chapters ahead of like the actual release chapter. You know?
Yeah, but Oda also would probably already knew the results anyway.
I think Nami would have got this moment anyways, bro. I think
Probably.
I think she would have
Because
got it.
Oda's really trying to set up the narrative for Ulti versus Nami, so
Yeah.
I agree.
I think it'll happen eventually too. I hope at least. I really want Nami to finally get like another proper fight for her.
Yeah,
When was the fuck
Nami.
time?
It's definitely good. Like her, just as a quick note, it is nice. I think Nami's relationship with kids is pretty good. I think it's just like her thinking of her mother, and taking after her in a way. And so when I do see stuff like this, it's always nice.
I mean, we had all of Punk Hazard for Nami to show off her love for kids, so that's why I was like, I can really appreciate this part. So
Yeah, it's very well handled.
It's nice, dude.
Good consistency with the characters and whatnot. Yeah. And Usopp's still being a bitch. I ain't gonna front. On God. For real, for real.
No,
For
I mean,
the
Usopp's just
100.
trying to think logically because he knows Big Mom's about to fuck her up anyway. Nami doesn't need to do it.
Let's not give him too much credit, you know? I
That's
mean, Usopp's just kind of being a bitch.
Usopp's just kind of like, dude, we gotta. I mean, is it not logical? Even if he does just want to run away, it's like, I
Yeah,
can't blame him there.
he's gonna come through eventually. He'll do his usual thing where he reacts scared, and then at the end he's like has a spurt of bravery.
It's more Straw Hat like for them to be illogically fighting Big Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps.
Like Frankie and Jinbei and Robin. And what else?
I don't think there's
I
any
mean-
like consistent Straw Hat like for all of them to do like illogical stuff necessarily. Like, but I
Well,
guess.
like defying expectations of like what people think is like reasonable to do or like what they're capable of type of thing. So like Frankie attacking Big Mom is like and like not even batting an eye at it is like that's Straw Hat shit right there.
Yeah, and just generally not being afraid of someone just because of their reputation or stature. you
Yeah,
know?
like fucking Brooke did. I feel like everyone might eventually get like a hit on Big Mom, to be honest. Like
I'm
even
sure they
Usopp
will.
could.
Yeah,
Even Usopp, of all people.
she's the downstairs raid boss, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But Frankie doesn't need to be Nami or Usopp. It's just the general Straw Hat mentality. Like they don't have to be fighters. Nami should just know this by now. Like especially after Whole Cake Island.
Characters like Usopp and Nami will be pushed to a point where they're willing to attack Big Mom. It depends like how far they get pushed really.
Yeah, they will have to be at some point. Yeah.
I don't know about that. I mean, we saw them get pushed by Ulti and Page One earlier in the arc, and it didn't look like they were, ready to make a triumphant last hit. It was like, I'm gonna
Well, like,
say
okay,
something
when
that's
it
powerful
really
and then
comes
not.
down
example real quick, right? So Usopp and Chopper versus Mole Bitch and Mr. Four, right? Usopp saw Chopper all beat the fuck up, and Usopp still wanted to dip. He was like, shit, I want to dip. But then they started talking shit about Luffy, and that's what brought him to being able to like confront and just like be brave about it or whatever. And I think something could happen that would like instigate Usopp to want to attack Big Mom or like get a blow in on her or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something
It's
along those lines.
when it comes down to it, when it comes down to basically them defending the Straw Hat way of life or whatever you'd like to call it, just that crew mentality, they will go and fight Big Mom before
Well,
running from her.
Juba, Nami already did it. Nami already attacked Big Mom, bro, with Zeus on Whole Cake Island. She already got her time. I'm talking about Usopp here, baby.
Like multiple times. Yeah, Nami's
Yeah.
thrown herself in front of Big Mom repeatedly already. I mean, sure, she's run away as well whenever she could, but
I'm not saying she'd stand her ground. No, she'd probably get a sucker punch and then dip, just like Usopp probably. I don't think they're gonna like fight Big Mom 2v1 or some shit.
yeah, they wouldn't just run away screaming. They would stop, throw down some epic fucking attack, and try to blind Big Mom, and then run away screaming.
I think
Juba,
they're gonna
I'm just
run away
saying,
screaming.
don't be surprised if
I think.
maybe not in a few chapters, but at some point in the arc they encounter Big Mom again, and Usopp throws an attack at her face. It's gonna happen. I'm telling you, every Straw Hat's gonna get a blow in on Big Mom.
Just like he tried to fight off Page One
Kizaru,
when
yeah,
Thomas started getting
he
scared.
tried to fucking shoot Kizaru multiple times. So I mean, like,
Yeah,
it's probably gonna happen.
yeah.
Yeah, like they have that same stupid streak. It's just they have to get triggered for it to kick in.
Yeah. If you're surprised, I mean, I get you. I get you. Usopp is
I don't like their Straw Hats, man. It's the kind of stupid shit that they like to do in every single arc.
yeah. So do you want to do what we usually do and bring people in to have a few words between chapters or what?
Yeah, if you want, or we could just move on. You
I'm down for
you,
either.
you pick who to bring in if we want to do that.
I mean, we could just have like a longer discussion at the end instead of bringing in people in between. Up to you guys. I don't really care.
I say we have a long one at the end, just because we already had the second chapter. So
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
yeah.
All right. Well, we can move on to the next chapter then. We get the man himself on the cover now. Fighting off a shark with 3 swords, and he's about to cook it up. Is that Zoro question?
I do actually really like this one.
It is good.
How he's like looking in the fish tank. He's like, oh, what am I gonna cook for dinner? It's like, oh, looks like it's gonna be a bit of a challenge, perhaps to
Challenge? What do you mean, bro? It's just a
No,
fish.
it's like, not like that. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like I might
Yeah.
have to work for my dinner tonight. You know, something like that.
Yeah,
Kind of
he's
funny.
anticipating a fight, and then Zoro's just on the fucking in the background. I don't know if anyone noticed it. He's just in the back.
Yeah, I haven't read Viz for this yet, and I do like that. I love how we've been shortening Big Mom to BM forever, and now it's
Yeah.
like actually real.
Yeah,
It's
the
kinda
wording's
funny.
a little weird though. Anarchy in the BM.
It's a reference to a song.
Is that what song is
Yeah,
it?
I mean, it's by Sex Pistols.
Anarchy in the UK. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
kid. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that either, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, people have been talking about it all chapter and how the cup scans just completely fucked the reference. So, yeah.
Ah, gotcha. Well, I guess we can start the chapter. Big Mom's fucking menacing, bro. As always, Big Mom's fucking G.
She's just been scowling since that one panel last chapter. That's hilarious.
She's just so pissed, bro. She's fucking
Yeah.
livid. And Ulti's out for the count, at least for now. Oh no, well no, she gets up, but like she looks fucking out at least. I'm kind of surprised that she just gets up immediately after fucking Nami's amazing attack, you know?
Ancient zones, man.
Yeah.
And Hama's face is bloodied up. Our poor
Yeah.
our poor baby.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you can see
they're
pretty
scratch
scratches
marks.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
so she got scratched.
Ooh,
man,
those look nasty too.
Big Mom's worried still. Fucking kind of wild. After all this.
I
And
love it. Oh, Chava, are you still alive? And I have to bring it up, man. And then like fucking less than a minute later in the chapter.
yeah,
already
it's so
like-
good. It's so good. It's so
God,
good.
Big Mom. Oh, she's so great.
What a fucking dumb. Love it. And we see something that we hadn't seen in a long time, I don't think. When was the last time we saw her do this attack? The
Well,
tornado.
she does Gust Sword in Fishman Island. I remember that, which is like a much weaker version of this.
Oh, so it's the same exact attack though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the exact same attack, but it's a lot.
That's still Fishman Island though. That's a long ass time ago. I feel like
I
we
mean-
saw a lot of their attacks
mean,
in Fishman
maybe
Island.
she
and then
used
since then
it.
not.
Like maybe she used it versus the Big Mom army thing, but I don't remember if she did or not.
I don't think we even saw
I
her
don't
fight
believe
versus Big
so.
Mom's army. I think she was just out, and then Luffy was the only one fighting.
No, she was fighting too. We just didn't really see much. She was the reason he could fight very much.
During the Big Mom army?
Yeah, because she had Big Mom's Beaver card, so it was like weakening the chess people, and she was the one using Big Mom's storm to blow everyone apart as well.
Oh wow, how did I forget that?
Yeah.
Well, but we see this attack, which we haven't seen in a while. It's usually just lightning, which is nice to see.
Yeah, I like this twist. It's also kind of weird. Why'd you pick a tornado against a dinosaur instead of like lightning again?
I mean, this one would blow her farther away, which is obviously more advantageous for Nami. I would say
Yeah.
that'd be a good
But
reason.
She zips. She fucking
Yeah.
zips out of there and immediately grabbed her, just like she did to Luffy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sort of sad that wasn't Mirage tempo, but like obviously there wouldn't be enough time to set it up, but still, I'm a little bit sad.
Yeah, she's trying to just get an attack out quick, I guess. Come down. She's also pretty pissed after the Otama shit.
This is easily the coolest fucking attack in the entire series. I don't care what anyone says. Big Mom is the greatest emperor ever, and that is a fact now.
Oh, Mazer Cannon, you mean? Yeah.
She always was.
Dude, this
Absolutely.
combo attack is so fucking cool, man.
This
So-
is so sick.
So
Yeah,
is the
Godzilla
sword like?
reference, I
So
love
is
it.
the sword in the wrong hand, or like, am I like just mislooking at it like in that way?
I think she like
It's
aimed
like-
it and then she moved
She
Dragged it
Napoleon
downwards.
Slashing
Yeah.
through it.
for the blast.
She fires by slashing into it, like
I don't know.
She's
That's just
holding
a
both
weird way
hands
to
there.
fire it in a
I,
way.
I
mean, I don't
initially
know.
thought she was shooting the sword until I saw the sword in the bottom right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
It's
dude,
very
gets
strange,
a
but
hole torn in her stomach here.
yeah.
Hey,
donut
we,
it.
Yeah.
hey, we talked about this. We were talking about this, and Oven basically gets the same thing, and he did not have a hole. So she probably does not have a hole.
True.
She might not. She probably doesn't. Maybe she.
Well,
does,
it's
I don't know.
lightning. It's lightning, so it's probably
Yeah,
not.
Well,
it is lightning.
didn't Oven have a hole, but it was just like a bloody spot on both sides?
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah, they don't show like an actual hole going through ever. They show like
There
a
is
bloody-
blood coming out the
bloody
backside, or either that or it's like cloth. It's hard to say.
Yeah, no, there is a hole for right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
She gets fucking knocked the fuck out. A big
There's at least
explosion
a hole in
behind her
her
and shit.
clothes, you know, so
Yeah,
we know
that's
that,
definitely there.
you know.
And
Yeah.
then we get Hera and Prometheus talking about shit. And we get fucking what's it called?
It's a lightning, fire, and wind chalk. It looks like.
And wind. Really?
Yeah. So so what she does, Napoleon is like in the cannon at first, and it looks like she's slashing through it to fire. So it's like she's firing her sovereignty with fire and lightning on top now.
It's like a more precise one, I guess.
Yeah, just like a deadly laser version.
Yeah. It's cool. I like it. I wouldn't say it's the coolest attack in the series. You know?
It is the coolest attack in
I mean,
the series, dude.
like Diable Janvier Concasse, you know.
Oh fucking
Yeah,
I don't
god,
know about
man.
that. I don't know. I don't know about that. It's definitely not Sanji that has the coolest attacks. That's for sure.
I've just always been a cool
Unironically, this is the coolest attack so far in the series to me.
I respect it. I like physical attacks, so that's why I have more of a appreciation for like Luffy attacks or Sanji attacks. But I do think it is
That's fair.
the coolest Yonko attack so far.
Yeah, okay, I'll take
Maybe.
that.
Maybe, I don't know. I like all of them. This one
I
is
mean,
really cool though.
I mean, there's not much to go by, to be honest. Like all Kaido
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
has is basically a fucking laser.
Well, he has the really fucking cool
His
like
fucking
black
storm
trail
thing
behind
is-
his thing. The storm
He-
attacks were there too. Yeah,
Yeah, Kaido actually has a lot of attacks, man.
the twister, the wind scythes.
He can scream thunder. He can shout light or wind. I guess.
Goro breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that stuff. Thunder Bagua. But yeah. So we get the explosion behind her and shit. She's just fucking knocked out completely. And they're still looking at Tama. And they notice Zeus. The homie Zeus just comes out from around the corner looking all sad and shit. I'm a little sad for him, bro.
I love how he gets his little, like a little dot.
Yeah.
Just to like draw, as if like that would draw attention. He like wants to be seen, but he doesn't. It's just, he's just like in the corner.
So
over
sad.
there.
And then we get confirmation that it's Prometheus's girlfriend, or like soon to be.
He
At least.
wants it. Yeah, but Napoleon.
No,
is arguing
Hera doesn't
too.
want it.
Yeah, that's why I
Mhm.
said soon to be. She'll come
Well,
around. bro. She'll
Napoleon.
come around.
Napoleon is what Chalk said. Napoleon is simping too, dude. Look.
Yep.
But it
He's
was
trying to-
Prometheus's idea. He's
But
gonna
nah,
get it. I
Hera-
believe in
Hera-
Prometheus.
Hera's not into that.
Yeah, I think he got curved.
Nah, bro, she's just playing hard to get. And that's just how it goes. But yeah, and then Zeus is just fucking bawling his eyes out and notices Nami. And tries to like kind of switch sides again for like the 80th time, and gets fucking denied, bro. I'm so sad for him, man.
Yeah, this was really actually pretty sad. Like actually, I felt so
Mhm.
bad when. Ugh.
Yeah.
Poor Zeus, dude. What a disaster.
And just
Yeah,
keeps, like,
this is
jumping
pretty
back and
sad.
forth. But that leads into like, first of all, we get confirmation that how like Big Mom would transfer souls to um another fucking homie and whatnot. They could just eat them. They could just fucking eat them. It just works like that, I guess.
Does that mean when Big Mom eats the food homies, she gets those souls back?
That's possible. I wouldn't be surprised. But it's
That'd
like,
be-
well, the food homies aren't her soul though, so I'm not sure how that works. Maybe it just goes into a reserve.
Yeah, it's
Again.
probably like some reserve thing, like, because obviously, like, I mean, I don't think she like immediately like has to use them, or because I mean, she made those little like fucking things that chase when she met up with Shinobu, Nami, and Carrot. She made those little like sandals and shit chasing after him. I think those were from like stuff she had saved up. It wasn't like her soul, but like other people's.
Yeah, that's like
But then does that like feed back into her life, or does it's just like a
No,
separate?
I don't
kind
think
of
she can
currency
gain.
she
If
gets.
she could gain life force, dude, they
Yeah.
wouldn't be looking for fucking laws. They'd be looking for Big Mom.
I mean, good luck.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it works personally, but who knows?
But yeah, we see Zeus like getting eaten and whatnot. Hera's just fucking all for it, eating his butt.
Yeah, dude, it's
This is gonna
2021.
be so sad in the anime.
No, it won't. But yeah, we get the she calls him a fucking soul thief, bro. If he tried to dip, that's fucked
I mean,
up,
it's
man. So that I
true.
feel like that's confirmation though that she can't just like snap her finger and her homies disappear if they're at a distance, right?
Yeah, I agree, and also
Yeah,
like
but we knew that before, right?
We had some conversations about it before. It was
Yeah.
never been confirmed or anything.
I mean, it
Because
just
a
seems
lot of
like
people were saying that Zeus didn't get like zapped away, or that she didn't do that because she wanted Zeus back, and she couldn't just easily make a new one. But clearly she.
Well, she has to like grab the souls and get them.
Yeah, people used to think that like maybe she could like force Zeus to come back, or like
Oh, because
stuff like
it was
that.
like her soul directly.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
I see.
it's very clear that he's capable of doing what he wants. He even does it in the next page.
Yeah.
Basically, we get this entire speech from Zeus and whatnot, which is actually like genuine. I'm very surprised by that, and I'm glad that we got it. In his dying moments, he decides to help Nami and like go against Big Mom and
Yeah.
whatnot, which proves to us that he is capable of going against her despite him being her soul.
I like
So
how-
it's clearly fear explicitly that caused like Nami to be able to control him and whatnot, and it's not like actual control.
Yeah, it wasn't like a compulsion. It was just like fear. It was just Big Mom commands them. That's all.
Yeah.
Same reason I imagine those homies shriveled up and died when Cracker yelled at them back in Whole Cake Island.
Yeah.
We never got an explanation for, I don't think. But yeah, oh well.
One day maybe.
Crackers
We
was
we
a
still got
save.
more Big Mom. See.
I thought it was interesting that Zeus is just in complete denial of him working with Nami being a rebellion. Like
yeah,
this
rebel
is-
for the first time.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, what are you talking about, man?
Well, it's like, well, yeah, it wasn't like a direct confrontation with Big Mom though. Like it was just he got snatched, or he like
Shit,
went
I mean,
with
he
her.
fucking attacked well, Nami attacked it.
Nami controlled him though.
Yeah, he's never actually disobeyed Big Mom directly, really, besides not really coming when she screamed at him once.
Yeah, but like this is an actual like you gave me an order, and I'm like fucking doing the opposite of that. I'm fucking coming at you, bro.
One thing
Yeah, I'm directly attacking you.
I wanted
Yeah.
to bring this up. A little bit of an interesting thing here. I was noticing the inking on his teeth doesn't seem to be complete. One of the lines of like his tooth separating is like you can see the
Yeah, I see what you
drawing,
mean.
and then you can see the one on to the right of it is also like it's like off center a little bit. It's
Oh,
kinda
yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
interesting.
Oh yes. I'm glad you noticed that. Gee.
Yeah. But also we kind of skipped over this, but I like how Man, Big Mom is just so ridiculous, dude. She was so concerned for
Oh yeah.
Tama's safety, and then that she just like plucks her out of Usopp's hands, like pretty
Can-
like surprising that that doesn't hurt her at all.
Stu?
It looks like she grabbed the shirt though. You know.
Oh, that may be the case. Yeah, I can't really tell.
No, she
Yeah.
grabbed Tama by like the chest. You can see Tama's head, like above
Well,
her
no,
fingers there.
the shoulder part of her shirt is what it looked like to me, at least. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Huh?
exactly that, Chuck. It's cool, right? Like, cause she does like,
Mhm.
like I cared about Okobore and Tama and everything, and then, but really, it's almost like the same thing as Brooke, right? Where it's just like a little plaything, like a pet, or like I care about this, so I'm gonna keep it in my possession. You know what I mean?
And then literally fucking 2 panels later, she's like, "Oh, guess I gotta kill you."
Yeah, she magically teleports into Usopp's arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I think should be fake. Like, isn't there a moment where it's like yeah, I don't know. I don't think she's supposed to be in his arms there. Like cuz then there's a panel afterwards where she's like on the ground trying to pull Usopp away.
Wait, yeah,
Usopp
they're
and Nami away. Like
running away.
it's as if she had just arrived in that panel. But then, like she's there in that one. That's like the only inconsistent
Well,
one.
the way I saw it is during the confrontation with Zeus, like Big Mom was slightly distracted, and Usopp did his usual thing where he like sneaks around, grabs some shit, and dips. That's how I saw it. And then like
Could be that.
after Zeus gets grabbed is when Usopp is seen with the shit in his arm. The shit being Otama. I don't know why I called her that.
that's
Oh,
probably
yeah,
how it's
Tama.
gonna end up animated.
Clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. I sort of took it as Tama actually running over to them, but
That
we'll
that could be
see.
it too. Either way, there was time for her to get there, basically.
Yeah, like we just ignore that Tama's in his hands there, and then yeah, like I thought she had just ran over, and then they realized, oh, there's Tama. Come on, we gotta go. Right, like that's
Mhm.
that's what I thought. But, yeah, whatever. Either way works, to be honest. A lot of fucking
Yeah.
little Oda hackery art moments these last two
I
chapters.
didn't. I
actually.
okay. I was just gonna let it go. Which part are you talking about where he's in his arms, where it's like hackery? Which
So
panel is
when
it?
when she snatches Zeus, he says, "Oh, already out of energy." He's holding Tama in his arms.
Yeah.
Right, but just
But that
before
was-
that,
but
Red,
just
she
before
had
that was the
been
entire
taken.
Zeus-
No, yeah, the Zeus thing was happening, right? And we just
Well-
don't know what happened off screen.
Well, no, no,
I
no.
assumed that like Tama was
The
still
bottom
on the
right-
ground there. And look, like
Yeah,
we see
he
Tama's
is.
on the ground, Usopp and Nami are running away, and they're like continuing to run away. We can see that on the next page too. They're continuing to run away, and then the Zeus stuff happens, and she grabs him, and but then like Tama's just in his arms for some reason.
Yeah, but I don't think that's. I think it was literally just like as Zeus was doing that shit, they just grabbed it. I don't think that's
Well,
hackery,
we can
bro.
see them in
No,
multiple
Nami and
panels
Usopp are
here.
running away from Tama. They're
Yeah.
literally running away from Tama.
Yeah, we can see like there's the panel with Zeus, and then Nami's in the background, and then we see that again. They're running away.
You
from
only
Big
you only
Mom.
see Nami there, yeah.
No, we see Usopp.
Well,
Yeah.
behind
Bottom
her.
right one on the
Well-
page where Zeus is doing shit. On the bottom right one on
So-
the page, Zeus is.
It's like why would I don't know, dude.
I,
It's just-
I
it's
actually
just
agree with
ridiculous.
Chuck here too. I always thought that Big Mom had like picked Tama up and placed her somewhere high.
No,
The way
it's
her
on the
hand is
floor.
positioned as well. Well, she's huge, and her hand looks like she's like pointing down at Tama.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think she's on the ground.
Yeah. But yeah, either way, I don't think it's hackery. I think it's literally just Oda conserving his panel space. They just fucking grabbed him while Zeus was doing shit. The panel where the last one that you see them running away on, which is only Nami running away on it, is before Big Mom like actually starts noticing, and Zeus starts like running at them and saying, "Nami, get out of here. I'm gonna distract her," type of shit. And then I guess during that they grabbed it, fucking Christ, Otama, and started.
Damn.
I don't know.
Usopp's just using Soru, dude.
Yeah, I think she's
just
just not.
think it's
I think
panel
she's just not
configuration.
supposed to be in that panel.
I think it's
And
just panel
she
configuration.
she runs up later. And
Maybe.
yeah.
Who knows? That doesn't really fucking matter. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, all that matters is
What
Zeus
matters?
gets snatched, Hera continues to eat him.
Nami
And
being
then-
a hack, giving Hera a power up, bro. Sheesh.
Bro, no, she saved Zeus in that fucking panel, dude. So
She tries to.
no, she does.
What do
The
you
climb
mean?
attack goes into her mouth. Why do you think
Oh,
that happened?
you're right, bro. And then
Zeus
she
went
felt like,
into the
and then
climb
she
attack.
felt like, and then she felt like she got a power up because of the black balls that she fed to Hera. That's how it goes. Okay, so it's
I
not
mean,
weird
I
that
do.
she felt that.
I mean, I do think Zeus was weakened a little bit. Like he still lost some of the soul, but like he still has part of it. So like obviously Zeus is still like strong.
I think
But,
he's.
yeah.
I think
Good
he's. I
kid.
think he is living through this. Yeah.
He's going to live through it, but I didn't notice that the climb attack was inside of her mouth.
Oh yeah.
So that's a very good. So you think he like just went inside the climb attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes. But on top of that, she mentions that she felt like she got like a big power up, which I think is also the black balls. I don't think Zeus is gonna get weakened personally, but maybe he does.
Perhaps. It looks like his soul is
I don't
like
think-
actively coming out a little bit.
Yeah, because Big grabbed him,
Yeah.
squeezed it out basically like a fucking fruit.
I love how fruitless his attack was too. She just
Yeah.
snatches him right out of the air.
Poor Zeus, man.
Yeah.
Aw, I love him. My fucking homie. This will always be the best homie.
I don't know. King Bomb is pretty good too, but
Nah,
Zeus.
Zeus is.
I mean,
Uh,
obviously, Zeus has had the most screen time of any of them. So
Yeah, that's how it goes.
I don't know. I still like Randolph.
I don't remember who is he the
He's the
mouse that
rabbit.
never talks?
Yeah, he's the rabbit.
Oh,
yeah.
the rabbit.
Who rides the flamingo or whatever.
he is.
Why is
he-
His design.
Is he
your
pretty cool,
favorite?
Actually.
I mean,
your
I just
favorite
like his design, but I mean, obviously we get more King Bomb and Zeus moments than we got Randolph moments.
Did
So like,
Randolph ever talk, bro?
I think he did. And it
yes,
was
he
like a
did.
gag. Yeah, he like opened his mouth once, and then someone was like, "You can talk." It's like,
Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha.
He kept blaming his crane for fucking everything up, I think, right? Wasn't that their gag or something?
Yeah, it was
Might have
something they started
He was
talking
right.
between each other. They were like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like on this page here, a little bit of Big Mom's personality comes out with her history and everything. I hate it when people leave me. It means I have to kill them.
Her entire thing with her island, bro.
Yeah.
Or her not island, chain of
her
islands.
childhood.
Her country, yeah.
Yeah, her
that-
country.
everything. It's just very all consistent.
Yep. Very good character, right, Chuck? Wouldn't you agree, brother?
And we
But
get,
yeah.
we get a big. This is a big feat from Kid. I don't know how hard she was swinging Napoleon, but
Kid better than fucking
Oh.
better than Jimbei? Question mark?
Nah, so what I think is she was trying to make sure she didn't kill Tama with the swing.
She was
So that
trying
she-
to kill Tama.
No,
She
she
was
wants to be
trying
able
to kill
to. She
Tama.
wants
It
to be able to
said, "It means I
question
have to
Tama. She
kill
wants
them."
to. Nah, she wants to be able to question Tama to make sure that's what the decision she wants to make.
No,
So,
she
to
doesn't. She
weaken
says
her
it
swing-
means
Nah.
verbatim. It says, "I hate when people leave me. It means I have to kill them." As she's swinging down on them, she's trying to kill her, bro.
She's swinging down on with a sword that's like 4 times bigger than all of them literally put together. I don't know.
Yeah. She's
man.
trying to murder them, bro.
There-
Don't
there's
don't
no way to be
downplay Kid's
conservative
fucking
on this
feet.
one.
Don't be that guy. Kid is a G. Respect
don't
his
know.
feet.
Nah, I don't respect it.
So you're saying this because you don't like Kid.
No, well, it's more like Big Mom is way stronger than that, and Kid would not be able to do this under normal circumstances.
Says who though? Like, why wouldn't he be able to, man? Like, why can't you just give it to him?
Respect Kid, bro. He's better than Jimbei. Just understand.
he's not better than Jimbei. But
He's not better than
stronger.
Jinbei, but you can still give him this feat. I mean,
I'm just saying, Jimbei got
I
pushed
feel like
back.
Napoleon, the flaming sword, would just cut right through it. So
right through his metal
I
hand.
can kind of see.
yeah,
where
it's
Adam's
literally
coming
it's
from.
literally just metal. Zoro would literally just fucking slash it like
It's
with like,
hockey,
with no
bro. It's
difficulty.
hockey.
Even if it's not hockey, like Kid also has double fruit powers. Like he can probably just push Napoleon off his hand too.
That's a good.
There's also
Napoleon
just,
is metal.
there's just the idea that kid came out of nowhere. Even though it's like you talk about the force or whatever, but it's like an unexpected attack is gonna
To
work a little better,
Listen,
regardless of how it looks.
just give Kid
yeah,
his
this
respect,
does also
man.
happen
No, he's
throughout the
getting his
series.
respect. Shit.
No,
He'll
no,
get- he'll get
I
his
don't know
you're
why
right.
that's the
next chapter.
question. I'm just fucking talking, dude.
No,
No,
I'm talking to
Fats,
Adam.
you're right.
I'm talking
This
to Adam.
really does happen like throughout the series. People block attacks out of for other people constantly. Like it's not like Big Mom swinging on Kaido here, and someone blocks that. But I
Yeah,
mean,
it's like the same thing
yeah,
with, like,
kid, it's still
multi-
impressive for a kid to do it.
Listen, okay.
Well, it's
so,
like the same thing with
so,
like listen. Like Big Mom. Remember their combined attack on the roof? Like it's not as if every single thing she's doing is always like that. Same thing with like Ulti
Yeah,
slapping
exactly.
Tama or just any attack. They don't always put 100% of their force into everything.
Or Tama surviving Kaido. Yeah.
Not to say that it's like that. This isn't fucking strong. I'm just throwing that out there. Yeah, it's like
Yeah, this doesn't have to be like her full strength or anything, but
So-
it is
so-
still
so,
hella
like, I don't
impressive
So her
expect-
to
attack,
do this.
so her attack on Jinbei wasn't full strength either, right?
Well, no, I actually don't think so there either because she
So you
was
know what?
not
It
in
couldn't
the
have
right
been.
state of
She
mind.
was,
Yeah.
not even the state of mind. She was starving.
Good point.
Yeah, but with this it's like I don't expect like Kid is just gonna start being able to clash with her sword like over and over and over necessarily.
I'm just saying, Kid's kind of a G, bro. I'm
Yeah,
saying.
he's kinda cool,
Yeah,
bro, but,
this was
like,
an awesome. Yeah, this was an awesome feat. Like it's not like she was holding back enough to be like, he just brushed aside a casual
yeah, you
punch
are
or something.
cutting- You are
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I couldn't understand anything.
So the main reason I'm like trying to give Kid as much credit as possible is because everyone's been shitting on him this entire fucking arc for no reason at all. Dude's been doing crazy cool shit, and like everyone's been like, nah, Kid ain't shit. Killer the new captain, yada yada yada. I'm like, bro, Kid's a G. Give him
I
some
mean, the
respect.
real reason is because everyone wants to try to portray Kid as this Luffy to rival, and he just has not been showing up to see that he can be Luffy's
I mean,
rival.
he's
That's
doing
like
it
the
right
main
now,
issue.
bro. He's doing it right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I totally disagree with that. Yeah.
Wait, disagree with which part?
with you, I think he's really been showing that he has been living up to Luffy's rifle. Like he's one who's been up there actually duking it out with the emperors with them.
I
He's
mean,
been
I
doing
don't
stuff,
really.
bro.
I mean, I don't consider Killer their rival. I don't really, and no one really considers Luffy and Law rival either.
Listen,
so it's like,
dude.
I mean, aren't they?
Kid took that-
Isn't
Kid
that
took
literally their
arc to his
position in the
face, bro.
story? Luffy's rivals as other supernovas, like as the worst generation.
Yeah, Law and Kid are supposed to be the
Like,
main
isn't that
rival characters. Taylor-
objectively their actual position in the story?
Yeah, but Law ended up being like an ally, and now Kid's like the actual rival of Luffy in a way.
I mean, they,
Nah,
they,
I
they
don't-
are
I
still
actually-
all
listen,
rivals, even being an ally.
I
you
gotta
know?
say something is I don't think Kid is Luffy's rival because of the next page. I think Kid's actually better than Luffy because he's still conscious.
I agree.
Nah, I'm playing. I do kind of yeah, I think they're they don't have to be like equals to be rivals though. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they don't have to be like dead even or anything like that, but like Kid's right up there with him.
I mean, I don't think that either. So
Dude, I've been seeing people say like, "Yo, Hawkins better than Kid." Yo, fucking Apu better than Kid. Yada yada yada. And I mean,
Yeah,
like,
that's
bro,
true
I'm an
though.
Apu.
Apu is better than Kid.
Yeah, I'm an Apu fan. Don't
Shut
get
the
me wrong.
fuck up.
bro, I mean,
Okay, if we-
Apu one-shot Luffy. So
Yeah,
like,
true, dude.
True.
Yeah, Apu. Yeah.
Apu didn't one shot Luffy.
he knocked him out in one hit.
He had the
No,
whites
he
in his
didn't.
eyes,
He
bro.
beat him.
Two
He
hits.
beat him up in
Maybe-
like
maybe it
two
was
or
two
three.
hits.
But yeah.
Okay,
Shit.
but like in story, like if you don't talk about the fans, okay, sure. For the fans, people don't really put Kid up there with Luffy. That's fine. That's just sour, salty ass people. Fine. But like in story, if people talk about Luffy, Kid is right up there with him with it.
I don't know. Kid didn't get his own news article about being the fifth Yonko.
Does not have a fleet. He doesn't have any road poneglyphs. He
He
doesn't
did.
have like.
He did have a fleet, and he might have a road poneglyph. We don't know what he stole from Big Mom.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We
It
don't know
was
what's
not.
going
It
on
was
there.
not the road poneglyph. I'll just say that. I'm not trying to
I mean,
be a
it-
kid, but I
it
will
could
argue on
be.
some of those
It
points.
can't
could
be.
have been.
No, it
Yo,
can't- it couldn't
shot.
have
He
been.
made it all the way in there, dude. There's
Wait, no,
no
hold up.
fucking-
It was in the same room.
No, I'm saying like he didn't make it all the way that far in their territory.
Oh yeah. Maybe.
I don't
Yeah.
know what he took, but
Yeah, I don't think he took the
I
road
don't
pony.
think he took. Yeah, I don't think he was able to get a rubbing.
He's gonna steal Luffy's road pony though. That's gonna be.
He might. Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah,
So
he's
so
showing
he ends
out,
up
dude. This was
he ends up
great.
grabbing the blade and then pushing it back and then slamming her on the ground, bro. Kid over Big Mom? Question mark? Like sheesh, man, it's crazy.
It was pretty good. He did give her. I do like she got pushed back, but she has so many times now, and I love her reaction to it too. She just like shakes her head, like she literally just
Yeah,
shakes it
actually,
off.
just shakes it off.
Yeah, and she just like, oh, kid. Yeah.
You know what? She never really gets pushed back this directly, though, right? Like when it comes to Jinbei or everyone else doing it, it's always she's leaning forward or gravity is taking over, and Kid's just over here dominating her.
Yeah, this isn't like he pushed her. This is like I grabbed this bitch, fought her weapon, pushed back her weapon, then grabbed her in the face, then slammed her in the ground. Like,
Yeah.
kind of doing it. Kind of better than Jinbei, almost, I'd say.
God
Yo,
damn
you're
it.
kind of out of pocket, dude.
Listen, man.
Nah.
If Luffy is supposed to be a rival to Kid, and they're like supposed to be on a similar level, jokes aside, he is stronger than Jinbei. Let's not.
Jinbei's stronger
not
than Luffy.
mince
Dude,
words here.
shit.
True.
I mean,
My bad.
yeah, hey.
Dude, all he needs to do is soak one of them with seawater, and they're fucking ruined.
I'm just saying, Jinbei's never been knocked out by an Emperor, and he's fought one twice now. I'm just saying.
By who?
An Emperor.
He kind of pussied out against one, bro. I'm not gonna front.
Bruh, he
Okay.
removed one twice. All right.
Hey, man, he was scared of losing his life, bro.
Get
He
the
said-
get the fuck out of here.
Alright, dude.
Decided to wait for a better opportunity.
Yeah,
He
alright.
could have just 1v1'd her if he was better than Luffy. All I'm saying. But okay, jokes aside, let's move on.
All right, let's get to the big
Um,
stuff, because this is gonna be a bit. I know, because there's a lot of
Yeah.
questions with this last page. So we get some Kaido dialogue. Seemingly, what he's talking about here, depending on how you think. Yeah, he's talking about like if he's talking about the advanced hockey that Luffy's using.
Mhm. The
He's
the Conqueror
pissed.
Saki, yeah.
He's pissed about this is some like deeper issue with him. I don't know what happened like something. I feel like something happened on rocks or maybe like on one of his captures or something like that. Like this feels like some deeper testament to his character. Like what he's saying here. I don't
The
know. I don't
stuff
know
about
what it
giving up
is
hope?
yet.
I mean,
Yeah, like the giving up
I think it
hope,
relates
giving up
back to
work.
Odin,
Are you
because
sure?
I mean, with Odin,
Oh, with the scabbers.
he didn't cut off his head or anything and announce his victory. He just sort of let him fucking boil in a fucking
but
pot,
they
and
knew
everyone
he died.
everyone kept their hope up for fucking 20 years.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, no, they saw him die.
Well, they did seem that, but
He got shot in the head.
That'd be the most direct thing.
I don't think.
No.
it's
What's
Odin.
happening here is that I mean, maybe there's a deeper meaning to it, but what it is just him basically talking about what we saw the chapter before, where like Sanji and Zoro were so confident that Luffy would win, and they continued fighting on because of that confidence. And now he's regretting not just lobbing Luffy's head off here, because now the people down below are just going to keep fighting and assuming that Luffy wins. Because he's falling off, there's not going to be proof of his loss and whatnot.
So is
That's how I saw it, at least.
is that smack? Is that like an actual forehead, like face palm here? Is that like the sound effect? What that's for?
Yeah, I think so. I think it is.
I think it is, yeah.
Actually, fucking face palms, dude. That's funny.
Yeah, exactly. You posted the panels, yeah. So they were like so confident that he's gonna win. I don't think it. I mean, I didn't feel like it was like a callback to anything in specific, like regarding his own past. I thought it was just him like recognizing how excited he got and like how like he overdid it basically. And didn't actually get the chance to like take the enemy leader out and destroy their morale. He got way too excited and ended up knocking him down to the ocean.
Oh yeah,
So
that
it's
stuff
like,
is all clear. I do think there's some other, I don't know, there's some other character element that is going to be explored, which like Like, yeah, there's a like a clear cut reason why he's like saying all this. It just feels like there's something a little bit deeper to him personally, like one of his older experiences. And like Adam said, Odin would be an obvious one. I feel like there may be more to that too. So I don't know. We'll see. Like, whenever the flashback comes up, if it
Yeah.
does.
If it is like relating to Odin, it could possibly be that like the fact that he gave him that he boiled him whatever, it allowed Odin to like boost the morale of the scabbards by like giving a speech there and whatnot, right? If he just lobbed it off during the battle and just provided proof, that would have like destroyed the morale on the other hand. But
Mhm.
I guess that is how you could have
And just like before, he fucking dropped Momonosuke off of a fucking flaming building and did not parade his dead body
Well,
around.
well, I
Just
don't
like
think
how
he
Luffy
Yeah.
fell off of the island
yeah,
and is
Yeah.
not parading his dead body around.
that's
hang
well
on.
that's
The thing
I
is,
don't
he's not referencing that he's done this before or anything. So I don't know if it's
No,
like
I mean,
all
he doesn't have to do that. I just think like he's talking about like this shit. It's like he's experienced this before. I mean, and the obvious things like Adam said is like the Kozuki shit, right? Human beings don't give up hope. No, they can't give up hope. That's a problem. And he's like, oh fuck, I just fucking did it again. And now
yeah.
instead of like bringing him down, and nipping it all in the bud right now, the chaos is gonna continue up on Onigashima.
And in regard to what Adam said, like the Momo thing, I'm not sure it's a comparison to Momo because I don't think he knocked like this rubble flying. This is him just like doing such a huge attack that Luffy just fucking flew off the building. This isn't him like just dropping him off like he did with Momo. So I'm not sure if that's a
No, but
direct callback to
that's
that. But
no, I don't think that's not what we're saying. It's just more. It's in that vague, like that general idea of like not nipping it in the bud. That's all. It doesn't have to be like the exact same movement or whatever.
Mhm.
And my
Okay.
thing that I was bringing up is that I feel like this has also happened even maybe beyond that. I don't know. My first thought was like this is some other event that happened even outside of the Kozuki stuff. Like Chalk was said, like
Like
Kobe
rocks.
maybe like something with his losses or something on rocks. I don't know. That's like what immediately popped in my head here, but it could be as simple as just like the Kozuki
I think
stuff.
Kozuki is more likely than Rocks. Rocks is probably going to be the whole betrayal thing, and then the Kozuki thing is going to be like the nipping the bud or whatever the fuck you call it.
Yeah.
I think the rocks thing will go into the Kozuki thing. Like I think it'll be a repeat mistake from back then.
mm,
Like just the way, same way he keeps referencing like Roger and Whitebeard, and then Roger, Whitebeard, and Odin when it came to Luffy. Uh,
and Luffy being here now is like a result of all of his mistakes, basically. When he comes back at least, and takes him out for good.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be the keeping him alive or anything like that. I don't know if it'll be that as a mistake or if it'll be like something else dealing with him having hope and then getting failed in some way. Like I don't know, hoping he would die or something.
Yeah, I don't. Do we think Yamato's gonna show up before Kaido has the chance to go anywhere else?
I
Do you
say
think she's
yes.
gonna show up the roof?
I
I say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm mostly yes there.
I think
But I do
Kaido
also
coming
I'm
back
also
down would just
curious.
pose a lot of problems like for other stuff.
Well, it would also contradict like what he's saying. It would basically be proof that Luffy lost if he came down. So it would do that entire thing that he's talking about. So I think him staying up here is supposed to maintain the morale down below. So Yamato showing up makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wouldn't be hard proof, but I part of me does like kind of want to see what people's reaction would be if he just like showed up again in his dragon form or some shit. But yeah, yeah, they would. Didn't that happen with Usopp on Alabasta, right? They talked shit about Luffy dying, but Usopp didn't believe it because there was no body.
Yeah, there've been multiple times like that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, big question. How is Luffy surviving?
Momo.
Momo plus Shinobu.
You think
No,
Shinobu's right? I don't
Yamato's
think Shinobu's necessary.
I don't think Momo can make it in time.
Well, remember the past time that we saw? The amount of time that we saw that passed?
Uh,
Yeah, maybe that. No,
I wanna go back
wait. Is that?
quick. Yeah, the
I mean-
Sanji stuff and everything is after the Momo stuff. When we
I-
saw
I
him split
don't
off from
think-
Yamato.
I don't think they're gonna actually be able to catch him. I think we're gonna get some twists where Yamato's gonna be able to swim in and like get him out of the water.
No, I think Yamato's gonna just go 1v1 with Kaido for a bit on her
Yeah,
own.
because if
Yeah,
Yamato saves him, then she won't be able to confront Kaido on the roof.
Yeah, maybe.
Kaido would have
Yeah,
nothing stopping him from going down below if she went to save Luffy.
It's not so much that I don't think that she does chalk. It's more I'm interested if Oda would take that route, given Kaido's history being experimented on and what we know about devil fruits affecting DNA and all that.
So being the thing here for me is that for one, we know time has passed since the Momo conversation where they split off with Yamato, and this moment.
No. At current time, he's reading Odin's log.
He could easily have just finished reading the log.
I don't
He
know.
could very easily have just finished reading it.
No, so the thing.
So I'm not done. So I think it's very like particular that they've been like having Momo specifically keep a watch on the fight with Odin and Luffy, and I think him noticing that like the fight's over or whatever or like the voice is like dimming or something of that sort. He's gonna like try to do something about that, and something that he read from Odin's log is going to inspire him to actually take action and do something here. Is how I read it, and it's very like there's very few people that could save him here.
I think it
And
works.
I feel like it's a very perfect moment for Momo to do it.
I think it works narratively, but
Fuck
I
Garrett.
just don't think it works technically. I think he's too far away. I think for
Everyone's
him
too
to be
far.
able
There's,
to,
there's not
for
a
him
single
to be able,
person.
for him
There's
to,
not a single
yes,
person on the
there
island
is.
that isn't
Carrot.
far away.
Carrot is outside
He's
and
still
would
too
watch.
far away.
No, Carrot is outside and would be able to watch him in real time getting shot off the island.
He's on the other side of the island, though.
That's also true.
Would see it though. I mean, I don't necessarily think.
You
it's-
wouldn't
Why not?
on the other side of the
It's
island.
the roof.
Yeah, but you're not.
Bro,
there's
no,
perspective.
the
is
roof is
important.
so wrong. It's like you saying that you could see the top of a mountain. You can't.
You could see what someone is doing on the top of a skyscraper.
Carrot is, the one who jumped up in the air.
But she's not gonna like perceptively be like, I should jump up in the air at this exact moment.
I
and
don't
go
know
to
if
see
she could
what's
even
going
jump
on.
that high, dude. Like
Dude, we watched
that
her
skull
jump
is
like
massive.
way in the air. on
Yeah,
the-
she can jump. Okay, she can jump really high. I'll give her that. But like, I don't
Well,
think she's
okay,
gonna notice. Luffy
She
falling.
can jump really high, but this skull dwarfs Kaido's massive.
The
And he
main-
was the size of the village.
What's
man.
also important
Yeah,
is that we need Long to actually catch
That's
Luffy and
what I
bring
was
him
about
back
to
up as
bring
well.
up. Is that that's the main issue? Is that we don't even know if Sulong is possible right now.
It's not.
for
we
sure
saw
is.
the-
She
we saw
doesn't
the
need too long
clouds.
to catch him.
She
We see
needs
the
too long to
clouds
get
at the
back
end
up
of the
there.
chapter.
If she caught him, they just both fall down to the ground or the ocean or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that I and I know this one's like
No, she doesn't need too long. She can just bounce off the air. As long as
She
that
can't- she
isn't
can't
a
do Sanji
one-time
shit.
thing.
She can't do Sanji shit.
She can maneuver enough in the air.
she could maneuver enough to grab him and maybe get some.
Only
results.
with Sulong.
I mean, Carrot can
whole
also
point, Luffy-
Carrot can also
Luffy-
swim, by the way, and they have a submarine in the water.
Yeah. That's all. I feel like he's just gonna get brought back up though.
I don't think he's getting brought back up right away. I think this is gonna be a break for Luffy.
I mean, none of that is really the problem here, though. Like,
The thing I want to bring this up just so I can get it in. I don't know if this is happening. Like it's a little wonky, but I really want him to land on the Queen Mama Chanter, dude.
oh my god, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Chuck's right. Kara does some of the best aerial movement.
Yeah, but she can like change her like slight
CP9 has
movement.
the
to dodge
actual
it.
She basically has a double jump like in fucking Smash Bros. That doesn't mean she can catch Luffy.
But and she also can't just like change her direction 180 either. She's capable of
I
like
don't-
maneuvering and like changing slight directions in the air and stuff, but that's it.
No, she can change like up in
180?
a straight angle. Yeah.
No, she
okay,
can't.
not 180.
We've never
she
seen
can't
that
like
one.
stop and then goes completely around. But she
The
can
most
go
we've seen is
90.
Sulong where she like kind of like glides upwards and stuff. Yeah, that's not 180, dude.
That is a 90-degree angle.
That's
Yeah,
not even
90.
45. It's
At
like
best.
50. It's like 50.
Yeah,
degrees
so-
right there.
So like I said, basically a double jump in Smash Brothers. That's it.
Yeah, it's
As
like a
long
Smash
as she can
double jump.
keep that going, that's all she would need. Like
But
if
she
she can,
can't-
if she can bounce off of the air doing that, then she can just keep going.
It looks like she's spun to do it. She like did a front flip to do it.
And then with the
Directed her.
she's just front flipping there, but if she can just do that,
Zoro's the wind from his blade. It was so strong. It just blew her up there.
Follow the draft upwards. Yeah.
Carrot's that weak.
No, but Carrot can't go. They are below the island right now. I don't see any time where Carrot could feasibly jump all the way down there and then somehow make it back up. What I do see is that the only character
Yeah,
that
no,
we
I
know
don't
that
think
is
she'll
freed
make
up
it
right
back
now
up.
that could do it is Momo, and I feel like it is a specific reason
He's-
why he's been keeping track of the battle the entire time.
Okay, well, there are two possibilities. He's not gonna catch him, so maybe Momo can go down and like fish him out somehow. But he's
You mean
definitely
the cloud
not gonna
can't
catch him.
The cloud can't catch him, Bean.
Yeah,
That's
the,
also
the cloud
possible, too.
can't catch him unless Momo's like on his way down right now because like Luffy's falling right now. You know, unless Momo can just either streak down there like fucking lightning, or he's already on his.
And that's why I
he's
said
not gonna
Shinobu.
catch him.
Shinobu's literally gonna get on her little thing and she's gonna fly down with Momo and they're gonna make a fucking cloud. Like
Oh, their little kite thing.
yeah, the kite thing.
Yeah, see that could do it too. I was thinking Momo would just walk down there with clouds and do it himself. But either way, I was thinking he was gonna fish him out, or Wano's choppy ass waters just washes Luffy on shore anyway.
And there's
I don't know
the
about that
submarine is in the water. I don't think he's going right back up to the island, like next chapter or any shit like that, or like
Yeah.
even soon.
Yeah,
I think
or they're above
he's
it.
taking an extended stay off the island.
I think that's
That's
also
where
a good
I'm
point. That's
framing
I had
this.
forgotten about the submarine the entire time, and that's like allies down below that are they're gonna come into play eventually, right?
Mhm.
So I
And
think
then
that's a good point.
I also just hope for Mama Chanter, just because that'd be fucking cool. But
Well, I think it would be fun if it landed on Big Mom's ship, but part of me doesn't
It
want
would
him
be
to
fun,
just
yeah.
just because fans are gonna be like, oh, Big Mom's crew fucks up again, and I hate the
Yeah,
fucking
more-
fan reaction to that shit.
more smoothie doing nothing memes. It'll be.
Yeah, some stupid shit like
Yeah.
that.
If Gene Bart finally becomes relevant though, finally, that would be
Yeah,
nice.
he like fucking he does the fucking bowling throw
throws-
from Dressrosa, throws him back up there.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't know how he gets back up.
I mean Gear 4 or just like
Yeah,
literally
no, yeah,
stretching
sure.
can get him back up.
Yeah, Gear
I
4.
don't know if I'm
Gear 4.
his arms have a limit to how far he can stretch. He can probably shoot himself up there though with the.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he shoots him, like he propels himself up.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think he'd be able to find a way, but I really want Momo to come into play here personally.
Maybe
Momo,
Momonosuke
Momo works
gives him a
really
ride up.
well, like narratively. This would be a great thing. I just don't. I don't care about that stuff, but I
Chalk,
just don't see
we-
the technicalities.
Chalk, we
working out.
talked about that. Chalk, we talked about that. We said Sulong would possibly be able to do it, but there's no way she can do Sulong right now because the clouds are overhead still.
I think there's like
Yeah.
some minor chance that the moon can shine through enough for a little bit, but
I don't think so.
it'd be kind of like a little
a little
moment,
convenient.
like I mean, it would be convenient. It'd be like, oh, fucking miraculously he has his life.
I
saved.
know. No, I think that Nami is gonna change the weather later on in the arc, and that's gonna allow them to go so long again. But
That's possible.
for now,
With
for
Zeus.
now, it'll stay.
Yeah, that'd
we'll
be
see.
cool if she could
Yeah.
control Zeus to change the weather, combat Big Mom's weather ability.
True. She actually doesn't need to do that. She can just control the weather by herself.
I don't think she's capable of doing it to that extent, though.
She can to some extent. She did it at Whole Cake Island. All they need
Yeah,
is like
she can make it
little
rain,
fires.
but I can't think of a would she be able to make it stop raining? Like she can create clouds, but can she get rid of clouds?
I imagine she could, but with Zeus, she could do it like throughout the whole island. So it would be a lot better as opposed to just like an area above them.
But yeah, yeah, that's why I think Nami would do that because a lot of people are like, Oh well, thing is, I think Nami's gonna finish off ulti first, but a lot of people
Yeah.
are like, oh, Nami defeating a weakened ulti, that's not good enough for me. So we had to make something else up for them too. So clearing the clouds is a big Nami thing she can do.
You think
Yeah.
ulti's not staying down?
No, for sure not.
No, she's definitely getting up and fighting
Yeah.
Nami later.
After Big Mom's, after Nami's like declaration in the previous chapter at the end of it, I think like there's definitely like something being set up there. And if she just went down like that before any chance of that
Yeah.
happening, it's,
So
I
first,
mean, Luffy also just said he was gonna win. I don't know. I'm just saying.
okay,
he is
wait,
going
let me,
to.
let me,
He
let me,
will.
let me talk. So we have back when Usopp and Nami first got caught. Luffy is gonna be king of the pirates, and Ulti's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. So that's like Nami's first big moment. When they're running away, she's like, I need stronger lightning to take down Ulti. Guess what? Zeus is probably in her climate attack. She's got that stronger lightning now.
Yes,
And then
sir.
again, she's like, I'm gonna crush fucking Ulti in 1012. So guess what? She's gonna fucking crush Ulti because that's what
Back to back.
set up for her to do.
Agreed.
I
Agreed.
definitely think Nami's taking out ulti. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this was as much as I wish Nami would have been able to potentially do it like through ingenuity and whatnot, but without having to have her weakened by Big Mom or whatever. I still think it's good even if she was just like weakened to make it more like likely, I guess, for for Nami to be able to win.
Fucking possible even. I mean,
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
Yeah.
But like with Usopp though, is he gonna fight Page One? Is Page One getting back up again? That's another question.
Well, they're ancient Zoans, so they're gonna get back up in general. Yeah, they're absolutely gonna get back up.
Well,
But-
Rob, so were you here for our earlier discussion? So we see that the climb attack made it inside of Hera's mouth, as Zeus is getting eaten as well. So what Adam suggested is that he made it inside of the climb attack, as he's like getting eaten by a Hera, which I think is a very likely possibility.
Yep. I agree with that. I do think he escaped that way. Yeah.
Very good observation, Adam. Unless you stole it from someone else, then you're a thief.
No, I saw it myself, and everyone was like, I thought those were just speed lines. I'm like, no, it's the climb attack.
I could see how they would think that actually.
I don't.
On a glance, a lot of people speed read. Remember that. Speed readers all around. But yeah. Either
But yeah,
way.
Evan, I had no idea how the fuck Nami would take out Khalifa, but it happened. So that's
Yeah,
all
well, I
I'm saying
didn't.
to that.
Yeah, I also didn't think he'd be able to take out Mr. Four and all that shit. So
I mean, Khalifa was easy though.
No, that's
this
because Khalifa was arrogant as hell, and that's why Nami could beat her.
Well, they also have no defense against like lightning and heat and shit like that. So it's not like they were fully like able against her.
it's mostly that she took her time taking Nami out, which allowed Nami to think long enough to figure something out. But
yeah.
that's how it always goes, really. That's One Piece fights.
So I mean, I do expect Usopp to beat Page One probably, and then I also think he'll help take over the Marys because I think it's being set up that Tama is gonna relay her message through the Marys for like her commands to the Smile users. So that's gonna happen eventually, and Usopp I think will play a part in that, and then Nami will do the clouds, and then hopefully everyone can be fucking happy.
Actually, speaking of
That would be a
Usopp
very
doing something-
both of those things, like Usopp's like really good snipe to get one of the Marys, and then Nami to take care of the clouds too. That would be like a really satisfying thing for them to do, like for the arena. You know what I mean? Like,
Do you think we'd get like an Usopp snipe, like not just getting a Mary, but like something very like specifically like extremely difficult to do as a sniper thing, like he usually gets, or what?
I mean, I do think you
Like,
should have an observation
knocking out
hockey moment.
Balhorn.
Yeah, but like he's a sniper, you know. He's got to have his sniper moment, like on Dressrosa or like on Ennis Lobby.
He's probably
whatnot.
gonna have to like snipe Balfong somehow, and it'll be like around 3 corners. He'll have to bounce off 4 different walls or some shit.
This is
Yeah,
crazy.
she's like a flying squirrel, so she's pretty easy to has like
Pretty squirrely.
maneuverability. Yeah, pretty squirrely sort of.
Yeah,
I
pretty
didn't want to say that.
squirrely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that works. That's perfect. I do see that.
Yeah, I'd
happening.
be fine with that. That would
Yeah.
work for me. I just want him to have one of those big sniper moments, and I hope it's not just like
Need to get
something.
like a clear showing of that observation again.
It needs to be more
Clear-
impressive than
clear.
Dressrosa. It needs to be more impressive than Dressrosa. In my opinion, that shit needs to be nutty.
His observation hockey needs to actually help this time.
It did, didn't it?
No.
I mean, he had Viola also in Dressrosa, so it's like, eh.
Yeah,
He
he
had a-
had
he
like
had
the
a-
whole shot lined up already, and then his hockey activates, and then he takes the shot.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the hockey activated and gave him like a better visual to allow him to actually hit it though. It's not like he went fully on a only Viola's explanation, right?
No, he did. Yeah, he didn't adjust or anything. He just like saw them and then took the shot as it was lined up already. Because I mean, to be fair, she gave him pretty exact instructions, but yeah,
I
the
think, I
hockey
think there's a
didn't really-
reason that it'll wait there. I don't know, but yeah, either way, I want something more impressive than that. Either way,
Yeah.
do we want to invite people to speak?
yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm still loving Cade catching Big Mom's Big Mom's sword.
Will Chalk
but-
accept? Who
Napoleon
knows?
is my favorite
Okay,
homie.
okay.
I don't know about you guys.
Okay, I'm in. I didn't see the little bar at the top.
Hey, what's up, bud?
Okay, so I'm only going to talk about 2 things because if I talk about everything, we'll be here for 2 hours. How do you guys feel about what Luffy is going to do with Kaido? Like, how is he going to beat him?
Like
I think he'd-
strategy wise.
I think he's gonna
Yeah,
have
strategy-wise.
a new Gear 4 form. I don't know what it'll be. Maybe it'll be Tiger Man for the fucking mythology reference. I'm not sure, but I
Dude,
think it'll be a new
double
form we haven't
Tiger
seen
versus
yet.
Kaido. We get Yamato go Tiger form, and then Luffy goes Tiger Gear 4 form.
Yeah, I was actually thinking something like that, like a new Gear 4 form, but he's gonna have a couple of people with him as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like maybe Law's gonna join him again since this was his literal whole idea anyway.
I'll also
Yeah.
say that I don't think he needs another like new thing to show off or anything. I think I'd be fine with him having more help to whittle Kaido down more, and then like him like, I guess just improving his attack power or something like that, or like gaining his strength back, stuff like that.
Yeah, I currently I think if well we don't know what happened up there, but I think if he was able to use like the Conquerors in combination with Gear 4th, then that could finish him off.
I also
It is
think
sure, like, why wouldn't he
yeah.
have done it already? It'd be
Yeah,
like,
we're
well,
assuming
man.
he didn't do
I
it
don't know,
already.
maybe he just wasn't I don't know.
also it's important to reference you gained a powerful weapon and let it get to your head, boy. So like maybe he just doesn't let it get to his head next time. Maybe he gets a little more
A
tactical
little
with it.
tactical, a little
Yeah.
less hot-headed. Alright, because
Exactly.
I was
Always
gonna
does
agree
this
with what
too.
you said earlier, Red. Like about him getting help, because
Yeah.
I think I know I've said this a bunch of times before, but I think we're going back to Big Mom leaves Wano
Mhm.
and Blackbeard goes and kills Big Mom.
Okay.
And I think my reasoning for this is specifically because Big Mom has now started attacking Kaido's crew. And Kaido's crew has witnessed it, and they're saying, hey, weren't we supposed to be allies? And I think that
Don't get
word
me
is
wrong,
gonna
bro.
Kaido.
Don't get me wrong. I get you. I think Big Mom
I
will
think-
eventually leave, but
I
I don't know
think-
where that Blackbeard
Yeah,
thing
no,
coming from.
But
You know?
let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Okay,
What's
you can
up,
ignore
Evan?
the Blackbeard bit, but I think Big Mom is still gonna leave Wano. That's my main point here.
Yeah,
And I think
they'll
it's
have you guys.
because Kaido's subordinates now know that she's attacking him, that she's attacking his crew, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, wait, weren't we supposed to be allies? Is she gonna start attacking us?" And they're gonna tell Kaido that, and he's gonna be like, "Wait, why is Big Mom attacking my crew? This is my crew, not her crew."
Mhm.
and he's gonna get upset and he's gonna start attacking her because Luffy's out of the picture. I don't think Yamato can hold off Kaido on her own for that long, not even as long as Luffy did, and he only held her for like 30 minutes. So I
Yeah.
think
Only.
that what the culmination of the Yamato and Kaido stuff is just going to be about his flashback, and that's
Mhm.
it. And then Kaido's going to get a call from his subordinates after the flashback. It's like, "Oh, Big Mom's attacking us. Can you help us?" And he's gonna be like, "Oh, why is Big Mom attacking us?" Rah! And then he goes down and starts
You think,
attacking
you
her.
think he's gonna go down?
I think
I think he's gonna go down.
Well, I
he
mean,
might
he's
gonna
not
go
going to
down.
stay on the roof,
because
probably.
I think that like that's kind of like what I see playing out in some way or another. I don't know. I know like everybody basically was always saying like, oh, they're gonna have to fight each other and weaken each other a little bit. I don't know if it's gonna be that far, but I think Kaido's gonna probably go back down eventually. Under the like the assumption that I have right now, which is that Luffy's not instantly coming back up to the island, or
Yeah, I
if
agree.
he
I agree with
does, then he's at least gonna be knocked out for a while. But yeah, I think he's gonna be off the island for like a while, and he's gonna come back like last minute to save the day. Basically, that's what I see happening anyway. And so
that.
something
Yeah, I
like
mean,
that, continuing that chaos, like you're saying, and letting them kind of whittle each other down a little bit would work. So and
yeah.
just Luffy's break time, yeah.
I think that ties into what I'm gonna say next, which is why I think Carrot is by far the most likely to save Luffy. And it's because both Carrot and Luffy had like not really a kind of wrong assumption, like wrong mentalities going into this raid. Not going in, but Luffy, like we see with Kaido, he's saying, "Oh, you got way too cocky. That's why you lost." And the same thing kind of happened with Carrot. She got way too angry, and that's why she lost.
Yeah, I
And I
was
think
gonna say
both
that.
of them are gonna have to go down to the mainland, and they're gonna have to reassess their mentalities and come back to the raid like with a proper mindset. And that's why like it's a good moment for Carrot because it's gonna tie into like why she has to protect Luffy with like the Pedro stuff.
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna post a
Mhm.
panel that makes me think that Carrot is actually a legitimate possibility. I think yeah, as Chalk was saying, like her whole mentality towards getting revenge for Pedro, it's like it's kind of against what Pedro's last words were to her, where he says, one day you'll understand the importance of keeping Luffy and his crew alive here so that so that their voyage can go on. You must must keep them moving forward or onward." And I
Keep
think
moving.
and I think
Fuck.
that's why we're getting this Nekomamushi versus Pero's thing set up because
Because she's gonna let go of her grudge
yeah,
against
because her
Barrett.
she's gonna let go of that grudge.
because that was never really what Pedro wanted and what she was like what she should be focused on. She should
So
be focused.
let's say we do get that like like next chapter starts. We get Carrot noticing. She gets that little like remembering of Pedro's words towards her, and then saves Luffy. After she saves Luffy and they go back up there, what's her goal then? What does she do after that change of
I'm kind of with
heart?
that, so I don't
I
think they're
don't
gonna go
know. That's
straight
why I'm
back up
stuck
to.
on.
I'm not saying straight back, just when they do go back, because they
Yeah,
will
yeah.
eventually.
I think she's gonna somehow help like the rest of the Straw Hats in some way. Maybe like she'll help out Nami or help out Usopp because they seem to be the ones who are like need the most help right now.
Like
You don't
here
think that
during
those
the
fights
war.
well, you don't think that those fights are going to be done before Luffy comes back?
They might be. They might be.
Well,
But
if
yeah, I
Carrot
think she's gonna help the raid in some meaningful way instead of
if
because
Carrot
fighting
goes back
Paro
up,
wasn't helping the raid. It was
she
just
could just
helping herself.
generally help the raid. I mean, the whole thing is still about the Minks in general. So it's not like she has to have some big meaningful fight, really. She could just stick
Yeah,
around protecting Chopper the rest of the raid, if nothing
yeah,
else.
that too as well. Yeah, I think she's mostly gonna be a bit more aware that this is about the raid and not about her revenge thing.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
it's the same thing
exactly.
with like how Nekomamushi is dealing with the Paris situation. He's not viewing it as revenge, but he's going there with the intent like of helping the raid as well as
It's like the same way
you know
Inuarashi
avenging Pedro.
like drop the this isn't even about revenge with Jack anymore. It's just about stopping Jack from.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Mhm. So I think I do buy the possibility of being Carrot more with like the thing about Pedro's words about like dating Luffy and whatnot. But I still I'm leaning towards Momo, but I can actually see
I-
the side.
I
I
can
guess
see
I don't
the narrative importance of like Momo doing it as well. Like, but I
Mhm.
just think he's too indoors. I think Carrot has like the actual real opportunity of being able to save him, as well as an important narrative reason for saving him.
If
While
it were to
Momo
be
just has an
Carrot,
important narrative reason.
yeah, I could see that. If it were to be Carrot, I think what would happen is like she goes down to save Luffy. They talk for a bit or whatever, come to their conclusions about how they need to handle shit, and then like that's when Nami like before she gets back, before Luffy gets back as well. I think these 1v1 are probably going to be cleared up.
Yeah, for sure. That's
Like
definitely
Nami takes out Ulti, and then that's when Nami clears the clouds. Luffy's able to get back up, and then Carrot goes like Sulong, and she's able to fly back up there because of Sulong, so on and so forth. Which would give more reason for her being able to get there as well as Luffy.
yeah.
Stuff like that could go down.
Yeah, which is like I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna stay in Wano, and by the time like Luffy and Carrot are ready, we're gonna see Onigashima like flying like directly over the capital.
Yeah, I that's what I kind of see happening as well. Like instead of just Luffy going straight back up to the roof while Onigashima is still flying, I think he's just gonna like run straight to the Flower Capital, and then that's where the final fight is gonna happen, either right above it or something
Right
like
in it,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Climb up.
I
that,
thi- I think- I think-
climb
I don't
up
want
that
another
big
city
mountain,
fight,
dude.
though.
You can climb up that big mountain and then jump up.
Oh yeah, dude. There's no way Mount Fuji doesn't play a role ever. Like that's got that big mountain there. Someone's gonna get blasted through it or some shit.
Didn't they already
Yeah.
pass? Oh,
Kaido
No,
impaled
so.
through it or something.
No, I don't think they passed it. It was just in the distance.
Yeah,
It's
that didn't
really,
happen.
really big. Really, really.
It's
Yeah,
big.
like you can see it
huge,
from
yeah.
anywhere.
It's
They
the really
also-
tall, slender one.
Yeah, they wouldn't pass it either. They'd hit the capital first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the capital's in front of Mount Fuji.
yeah, I remember seeing it a good while ago, and
They
It-
were still
it-
above water.
looked
when we
pretty-
saw it.
It
yeah,
looked-
that was the confusing. It looked pretty close when we saw it.
I think it's
Yeah, but
just
now we
yeah,
know,
that's
now we
just
know they're
Oda
still
bad
over the ocean now.
perspective.
Yeah, now we know they're still over the ocean, so it's like maybe not anymore though. Maybe at this point they're slightly over land because time is 30 minutes have passed or whatever.
hope they're above land.
Yeah, for it to look the way it did, if Wano looks like that map, it has to be way bigger than the map is making it look.
Yeah,
it
possibly.
is. It is, yeah.
It's huge. Yeah.
The map is like very not to scale.
Yeah.
Because you could probably cross Onigashima in like 1 or 2 hours, but it took like 12 hours for like Big Mom and stuff on the crocodile, like to get from where were they? They were like Kuri to Okabore or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
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 I mean, I was thinking if they did land on mainland, it just I'm trying to think of a way Sukiyaki Hitetsu, I mean, could play a role in this, but
Oh, I think Carrot's gonna be like looking for medical help for Luffy and stuff like that. Because I think
Yeah.
he's gone. He's out. I don't think he's like
Oh.
getting up without like actual help.
Was he one of the like old he was an ally, right? Was he like an important person in Odin's inner circle or anything like that back in the day?
No, there's theories that he's a
yeah, it's just this Sukiyaki. 'Cause
He is almost certainly Odin's
Yeah.
dad.
yeah,
yeah,
like,
Yeah.
basically that.
the theory just makes so much
The
sense.
theory is that
Oh,
he's
really?
Odin's dad.
Yeah.
The guy,
Yeah.
yeah, the
Yeah,
Tengu.
it-
You don't
it's
if you don't remember
practically
the name.
confirmed
in
at
the
this point.
in the theories channel, I think.
Like they have the same fucking voice actor. Like, come on.
Oh wow, I have not
Oh, do
seen
they?
this at
Okay.
all. I have to look into that.
Yeah, it's like so obvious it seems to me at this point, but like
That's really interesting.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll have
And
to
there's
read
like
into that.
people think like Otama's related to Orochi and like Hitetsu's trying to like undo his wrongdoings and shit like that.
Yeah, I think Tama being a Kurizumi is actually pretty likely as well. But
Yeah,
That'd be interesting.
all that good stuff. There's a lot of weird theories running around. I really like cliffhangers like this though, because there's so many things that you could guess would
yeah,
happen.
but I think this is the kind of cliffhanger that has to be resolved, like in the next chapter, or else.
Do you?
yeah,
Are you sure
Yeah,
about that?
yeah.
I think it kind
Yeah.
of has to be.
I think
don't
it has to
know.
be.
It might
Like,
be. Well, I'm not gonna.
Because
I'm not gonna hold out for it.
Because
Queen
Go
Mama
Yoda,
Chanter,
bro.
baby.
Like,
Queen
we're not
Mama
just-
Chanter.
Dude, Fats,
Let's
like,
go.
unironically, I think that would be cool as fuck. I just don't think it's happening. But
Yeah.
I don't think Queen Mama.
yeah.
I think Loz's crew is way more likely if
Yeah,
it's not Carrot.
that's actually
Yeah.
the most likely in my opinion. Is that he
If
just falls in the
Carrot
water
thinks
and they
yeah.
scoop him up.
They
and
see
then-
him
I
and they
don't
just
know
like,
if I
"Oh,
like that, to
save
be
him."
honest.
I'd
But
be
we shall
fine with
we shall see.
it was set up beforehand, so I'd be fine with it.
Yeah.
It's
We
just
knew they were down below. If it was just like some random person that we didn't know was down below picked him up, that'd be one thing. But like since we
can't
already
be them.
know, yeah.
And
It,
I,
it really can't be them.
I'd just
Unfortunately.
like to say
Really?
about Big Mom, like going off what Chalk says about her leaving. I actually think this chapter, I think as some of you know that I'm pretty big on Big Mom going down, like being defeated in this arc.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this chapter only solidified me even more, like with Kid saying that she's mine, and then like in that top left panel of Big Mom, like it's like shaded and he's saying like Kid. I just don't think she's leaving. Like she's too connected to this conflict. Like she's defeated two of Kaido's top officers. Like the betrayal stuff has to come in at one point. I just think she's too stuck into this raid. Like I just can't see her leaving.
Even if she
Right,
doesn't
that's
leave,
the
I
thing.
still think she's gonna live beyond this arc, or
Yeah, I
be
don't think she's
part of the
dying.
main.
There is
Either
conflict.
Kaido does some major damage to her, or she leaves. That's how I see it.
there is one reason
I think it's
only
gonna
that
be both.
I would want her to leave, and that's so that Peros gets fucking abandoned.
Oh,
Oh
that's
my
gonna be so
God.
good. Oh
If
my
she
God.
leaves,
Because
though,
Big Mom doesn't even know he's there.
No, she knows he's there, but she won't just
but
won't
she
care.
just doesn't care.
Oh yeah,
She
because
just worked
they
yeah,
up playing
just
Pop
like-
Marco. Yeah.
That would
If
just
she
be
leaves,
really
though-
funny if that did happen. Yeah.
I do like. I actually think if she leaves, which I don't think is gonna happen, but if she does, I'm kind of with Chalk's Blackbeard idea, where Luffy takes down
you.
Kaido and
I agree
I
with
don't-
that. I agree with Chuck's idea also.
I don't agree with it. I'm just saying if it were to happen, that's how I'd want it to go. I don't want her just going to Elbaf for Luffy to defeat or whatever. I think that's just
Yeah,
kind of
I know that's what you're saying. I hate you.
Red really hates my Blackbeard idea.
I
He really
Big Mom has been so prominent. I would hate if Blackbeard was the one that ended up finishing it off. I would be
Well-
very livid about that. Whitebeard was a different case. Ace was a different case. They were like not very prominent characters. Big Mom is way more prominent than either of them ever were. And
That's
it would
exactly
be
why he's gonna beat her.
it'd be
because
so
she's a prominent
fucking
character.
obnoxious.
if he defeats Kaido. then
That
he's-
Shanks exists still there, bro.
Here's my
Shanks is there just for
Oh,
that.
Yeah.
I know
Well,
Shanks
that-
is there.
that's just for that
Big
for
Mom's
the
also
story,
there.
though. Like it works for the world that Oda built that would happen, because that's something that pirates fucking do is they kill each other for their treasure, Luffy may
Yeah,
be him-
that's why
Luffy
Shanks
may
is
be
there,
the
though.
main character, but he's not like the only person who's gonna be taking huge strides toward going to Laugh Tale.
Yeah, Bean, I get you. That's why Shanks exists. That's the whole point. Shanks is there to be taken down by Blackbeard.
After each chapter, man, I just get the
Okay.
idea more and more that Big Mom's going down here in Wano. It's just like I just can't see her not. It's
Alright,
Let
so-
Blackbeard take down Big Mom and Shanks just to make him the greatest threat of all time.
No shot. Fuck you.
I don't know, man.
Luffy already declared he's taking down Big Mom, bro. It's happening. All right, fuck you guys. You're a bunch of
I don't
Big
know.
Mom.
I don't. That's not.
What about
I-
Jack?
good
What about
trackers,
Jack? Right?
bro.
What
Yeah,
about
that's
Jack?
no.
What about
because
Jack?
remember,
Yeah,
What
what
about
about
Jack's
Zoro?
gonna die, bro. Luffy's not gonna die. That's the difference.
Yo,
No,
Luffy
but
said he
is
was gonna
Luffy
beat
say he
Jack
would
too,
beat
though.
Jack?
Dude, yeah.
Uh,
Luffy literally says he's gonna defeat every single fucking person on Wano, but that's obviously not gonna happen. Because
you never know,
he's good.
bro. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Luffy will personally execute everyone on Wano
Yeah,
after
yeah,
it's
yeah.
over.
I'm gonna-
Slices their
defeat-
heads off.
Kaido,
Luffy
your
becomes the
underlings.
G.
Yeah,
Luffy's
Just
just
fucking-
gonna King Kong gun Wano straight in the core. Just take a whole island at once.
yeah.
Dude, Luffy's gonna come fucking barraging through the bottom of the island, out through the top, and he's gonna end up hitting Jack right in his stomach.
Okay,
on his way
dude,
up.
yeah, oh, man.
Oh, and Zoro's fighting again.
I do
Okay.
love these I love and hate cliffhangers like this because this
Yeah.
like this totally just put the arc in a different direction from my perspective.
I think a
But
lot of
that's-
I
people
think
expected
think
he's
Luffy,
he's
yeah.
Luffy's on break, dude. He's gonna be gone for like hours, in my opinion, and he's gonna like show back up
well,
right,
hours. I don't think
near
it'll take.
right near like the sunrise, dude, is when he's gonna show
I'm-
back up.
I've got a question for y'all then. With
I think it's
this,
when he's gonna defeat him, not when he shows up.
Yeah, or
like,
just,
But I
or
think
like
that
just
that time is
before
gonna be very
sunrise, you know,
close to each
whatever.
other.
Yeah, just like you know, I think
Yeah.
he's like
I guess part of me thinks that we're gonna have like a Katakuri length fight once he like comes back for good,
Oh, I
like
think
a
it's more gonna
fucking
be like a
8 hour
Moria fight.
encounter. You think so?
I think
Yeah.
it's more gonna be like a Moria fight.
Well, length fight, like how long the
Yeah,
fight
length.
lasts. I mean,
Because
Oh.
like the fight with Luffy and Moria was only like a few minutes.
yeah,
interesting.
And
Like-
I think Kid and Law are gonna come back and fight Kaido because Big Mom is gonna leave.
yeah. I think the exact opposite. I think they're stuck, like they're locked in to fight Big Mom. But we should.
I think
Nah,
Kid has too much riding on Kaido that he stays with Big Mom the entire time. I
Yeah,
think he's
so-
way too much against him.
yeah, Big Mom's gonna drag an unconscious Law and Kid up to the roof where Kaido will be, and then they're gonna duke it out.
That's possible.
That's how I see
don't
it.
know
That's
about the duking it
possible.
out part.
And
don't
then
know what's
Kid and
gonna
Law
happen.
get back up when Luffy comes back.
Yes, I think. See that? There
Yeah.
you go. They're
There
gonna.
we
I mean,
go.
I don't think Law and Kid are gonna be out for the rest of the arc. They're just gonna be like unconscious for a little bit, like
Yeah,
Luffy
like the
is right now.
Do you
Yeah.
think
Happens a bit.
if they get defeated like soon? This was gonna be my question earlier. Like, do you think there's a chance Act 3 ends in like soon, like in
Yeah.
the next couple
I
chapters?
think there's a possibility Act 3 ends now. It's like
I
very
think
soon.
we're getting like we were all unsure if it was actually going to go to 5 acts after like a couple dozen chapters of just like fucking
Nothing,
teases and
just, like,
whatnot.
yeah.
But like this time there's like so much likelihood that Act 3 finally ends.
This
Because I
time,
think
man,
the-
it's
yeah.
happening.
This
As
ti-
I
it's
put on my
happening
fucking
this
clown
time.
makeup, dude.
Yeah, and
This
then Act
time.
like the same way Act 3 started with the Odin flashback. Maybe Act 4 starts with the Kaido flashback.
Ooh,
Act
cool.
3 ends with the Kaido flashback.
Yeah, or that. Either one.
Yeah, potentially.
Because I think like what Fat said is very likely. Like there's gonna be a huge time gap between Luffy now and Luffy when he comes back to the raid. I think that's the perfect time to cut Act 3. Just end it. It's
Exactly.
like
Yeah, and I think while
It's-
Luffy's
we
away,
can,
is
we
like
can drop off on like a perfect spot. There's like I don't know what all things happen, but basically the idea that maybe we show a couple of characters on the Alliance side being defeated. We know Luffy's off the island, and then it's like a big fat cliffhanger going into an act break.
Yeah. I do
Yeah.
think before the act ends we might get the finale of all the current 1v1s and then Sanji's like will start or something. And then it ends instead. It's tough because Sanji's not even at his fight yet, but everyone's been fighting for a while otherwise, right?
yeah, yeah. I
Very
think
tough.
Luffy being
Yeah,
out is
yeah.
gonna give time for those fights, but
Chalk.
Yeah, it's
someone
very-
just called you a Grand Line Review. How does that make you
yeah,
feel?
I'm not gonna comment on that.
Oh,
'cause
I,
you
did,
got-
I had no idea what GLR meant. So I was like, what does that mean?
Oh, is that what that is? Okay.
so I think
Um
they're both Australian.
Fuck, oh yeah, but I think it's gonna end like we see the final door opens, Yamato walks out. we see like all the fights end and whatnot. We see Kid get knocked out by Big Mom, and like she's like dragging him across the floor or some shit. And then like it cuts out or something. Just we'll see everything either start or end. Whatever's leading up to right
I
now.
think there's a big chance Big Mom goes to the live stage as well, or at least around it, and it's just gonna be pure carnage.
I'm not sure. Maybe, but
And the crazy
I-
thing about this is like I feel like all of these options have merit. They're valid. Like, and
And we're all
there's
gonna
just
be wrong.
no-
so-
Yeah, we're still all gonna be wrong, even though we like listed all
Yeah.
all the options we could think
Every
of. There's just gonna be
possibility is
some
wrong.
other one.
I think so,
Hey,
like,
You
thanks for the
know- you know
confirmation
what?
that Big Mom is not dying to Blackbeard, by the way. Thank you.
Here's how it's gonna end. It's gonna end
She's-
right when the sun's coming
Gonna
up.
kill
Luffy's gonna go into like a red tint from the sun, and he's gonna knock Kaido out right over the capital. Just
I
another
mean-
giant.
Yeah,
I
the
think that's
sun
yeah,
has
that's
arrived,
probably how
yeah.
it's gonna end. Yeah.
Ryuma parallels him, right?
Yeah.
Hitting a dragon over the flower capital.
And then Moria's like off in the distance, and he sees Kaido falling to the
sick.
ground. He just smiles with joy.
Dude, I don't know if I can handle
Feels
any
strong. Feels
Moria.
strong, man, from Moria. Like, can just
Feels strong.
Oh, man.
He's
like,
like,
"That's the
damn, I'm
boy
so
I
glad that
raised."
Luffy beat me. Yeah.
That'd be
You only
funny.
beat Kaido because you beat me first.
Exactly. Feels strong, man. Dude, I want Moria to show up still. I know there's like the likelihood decreases as every chapter passes, but man,
Despite
Moria
Single
would be so
chapter
perfect.
I
Nothing
don't want him
happens.
to come out to spite Arcel. I've just had enough of that guy. Don't want him to
Poor
come-
Arzel.
Oh
dude.
my
Yeah, the first thing he
Not
said.
so wise anymore, huh?
Yeah.
Moria saves Luffy when he's falling.
That was the first thing he said when this chapter came out. He's like, Moria's gonna save Luffy.
Yeah, I'm done. Dude, like the entire Thriller Bark Island somehow made it up like the falls.
Before the Big Mom Pirates as well.
Oh man. God help me, dude.
It would have.
So
Like,
they
50
fucking
more
make it onto
chapters up there.
Onigashima. They fucking make up for everything.
The Thriller Bark Island is in Onigashima. Oh my god. Oh man. This arc is so nuts. It's such a good time to be a fan, dude.
Or in a
Yes.
bad time at the same time, because I hate being wrong. Like I'm wrong every
Yeah.
single one.
Yeah, you're gonna be wrong about a lot of things,
Stop
brother.
it.
Big Mom in fucking
No, I think she
Yeah,
goes
so
down.
bad.
I think she goes down.
And
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
right. I was right that Nami doesn't
Moria
beat
amnesia. You agrees, but I am done. Oh my god. Moria fucking amnesia. Oh.
Moria
What do we
becomes
call
friends
what
with
do we call
Tama.
him? Like Omoria or something?
Amori, Amori, bro.
Oh,
Moria.
man. God, that'd be funny.
Fucking hell, man.
Dude, he becomes like best friends with not Otama. What's the other small girl's name?
Coco.
Toko.
Yo, Toko, yeah.
Okay, okay, cool. Call him
Gecko.
Mario.
Oh, Gecko. Oh my. Perfect.
Oh man, dude.
Good.
uh,
All right, we got anything else?
yeah, anything else you guys wanted to say?
I'm looking through 112. But
I hope we find out exactly what Kid took next chapter. If they stay on the Big
Yeah.
Mom versus Kid stuff,
Oh,
at
that's
least.
a,
I hope.
that's a good. That's a good thing to
Okay,
bring out.
Do you want to hear the theory? Like I know Shim has said this before. Like he's pretty big on this, and I don't think it's like certain, but I think there's a decent chance something to do with Captain John and potentially it being related to him.
No.
being-
He
Nah,
knows.
bro, that's buggy, bro.
Shimon thought
No.
it was Shanks's Vivre card is what he took.
Why would
Um,
Big Mom have that?
I thought
Why would fucking Big Mom have that, bro?
I thought Shim brought up the idea of literally Captain John's treasure.
No, that was a Reddit post I linked, and I added him with.
Oh right, but like
The-
I mean I think there's some merit to that. Like I
No,
don't know.
dude, there's too much related
Alright.
to Buggy with Captain John's treasure. I don't think they're gonna fucking cuck him like that. I mean, then again, that's like kind of his character getting cucked
Yeah.
constantly, but still.
Exactly.
You
I
want
think
my
he's gonna get
slightly,
one W.
my slightly meme theory is that he took a photo of Mother Carmel. Because I think it has to be something that Big Mom doesn't notice that she's actually lost.
But I don't think
Because
Big,
no
I
one-
don't think Killer or not Killer Kid has like any knowledge about Mother
And
Carmel.
he,
That
yeah,
would be, like,
he doesn't
really
have any
contrived,
knowledge
wouldn't it?
about the road poneglyphs either. So I think they're out.
He doesn't?
Yeah, it's definitely not a road pun.
I don't think so because you have to go to you have to go to Lodestar to
imagine-
actually get their knowledge.
Imagine that. Imagine he busts out her photo like in the middle
Yeah,
of this
see,
fight.
but see, that's what
Well,
I
that's
think.
how
like,
he'd win, right?
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like
The
people.
thing is, like, he
if
took
he's
whatever he
gonna-
took and was like, "Okay, guys, we're taking down Shanks." So it's like that's why Shimon brought up the Shanks River card thing, is because he took whatever he took, and then his plan was to take down Shanks, and then obviously he got dropped in on by
Yeah.
Kaido. So
Wait,
Well,
do we know he lost to Shanks after invading Totland?
I mean, we don't know that, but I mean,
No,
I'm just-
no,
what we know for a
We know
fact.
after he invaded Totland, he went to fight Shanks with Hawkins and
Yeah.
Oku.
Oh, wait, so we know.
No,
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 He,
no, no,
he
no,
fought
we
Shanks
know-
by
It
himself.
was beforehand.
Yeah,
wasn't
he
it?
did. And then he tried to make an alliance to fight Shanks.
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Yeah,
but
so we
yeah,
know
but
that
then-
happened
but then-
at least.
Kaido came out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't
so then-
Kaido
and
come
then
out
Kaido
beforehand?
dropped.
No, it was no.
Yeah, so
I'm just curious if he lost his arm before or after invading Totland to
I
Shanks.
think
Oh,
I
we
think
don't
it's
know
before.
that. We don't know that.
Stated, it's not stated, but I think it's before because people assumed, like Caribou assumed, Kid lost his arm in Totland.
Oh yeah, because yeah,
So
exactly.
he came out of Totland with a lost arm. So it's more likely he fought Shanks. No one knew that fight happened. Then he went to Totland.
Yeah,
He came out. That fight was publicized, and it's like, oh, Kid came out of Whole Cake Island without an arm, so he lost it there.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's fair enough.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Very likely. Anything else? Anything else, lads?
Anything else? I don't know, man.
I
Yeah.
do want to say to the two people that have been requesting to speak, we do try to like invite people that have been here for a while and that we know are like safe, just to make sure that no one says anything stupid. So no offense to you guys that you haven't been dragged in, but if you stick around in the server and talk a little bit more, you'd be more likely to be brought in next time. Just wanted to put that out there since you guys have been having your hands up for like 30 minutes now.
Hey, on the topic of what Kid took from Big Mom, it couldn't have been something too important, right? Because he didn't get
Yeah.
that far into Whole Cake, according to Relay. Like he never even saw Big Mom. He only made it to a commander and then dipped.
Yeah, that's why I think it's also something that she doesn't like. She doesn't know he took anything.
That's why
no
I think
one
it's
knew
it's
he
pretty
took
clear
anything.
that it's like not a road poneglyph or something like that.
It's got to be something like
Yeah.
tiny or something that she just would never notice is missing.
Or a lot of gold or something like that, or some
Yeah,
ships or
Captain John's
something.
treasure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Captain
I don't
John's
know
whole
if
ass
it's into like treasure or anything like
How would she even have Captain John's treasure when fucking Buggy has the key to it?
because Buggy has the key and Moria had like his corpse. So it's like if anyone had the treasure, it would be those two.
Yeah.
Did Buggy ever go to like find that?
No, wasn't he? He was
We don't know if he did.
I don't know. I
Like
mean,
we-
there's like
yeah.
2 years where we don't know what he was doing.
No,
so-
yeah, he went to go, but then the problem was that the treasure map led him straight to Big Mom's territory because he had he had to leave.
Shit, Big Mom already got this shit. It like just so happened to not be inside Whole Cake Island. It's like one of the outer islands, where Kid ended up.
That would actually be
for
funny.
sure.
Like I
Yeah.
think that could happen.
Uh,
I don't know.
Dude, Evan, man. But yeah,
I'm-
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it does, but I think it's very unlikely personally. It's a very specific treasure, and I
Well,
feel like
yeah.
Buggy's where it's gonna come back into play.
But
personally.
I'm kind of I like Chalk's idea. Like if whatever he took comes up to actually help him take down Big Mom, like I'd be all for that. Like because I don't. If people have a problem with like Kid in law being able to handle Yonko, like something more unconventional to help take her down, but definitely.
But why would he choose to go after Shanks then instead of Big Mom? Like that just doesn't
Mhm.
like.
Because
well,
he probably has a. I don't know.
Because
Maybe he just
Shanks
has
is
a.
easy to take down.
see, that's what I mean. Like he's there to take down.
He's
Yonko.
preparing for every emperor
Yeah.
because he has the same idea as Luffy. He wants to take down all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
I don't think it's gonna be anything that'll help take Big Mom down, but I think it'll probably be something a little more important than just random treasure, I guess.
I hope it
But
comes
I
up.
don't think I don't think it's gonna
gonna be
relate to
something
being a
important.
weakness to Big Mom in any sort of way.
Yeah, maybe, but I hope
Maybe.
it definitely comes up during their fight. or
I think it's
something.
definitely gonna come. I think that's the
Yeah.
reason for this fight.
Does Big Mom
Is
have
to
like a
explain that.
They
does Big
stole your
Mom have, like,
cupcakes.
a Tuntata kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
in Kid's pocket right now, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No,
He's
That's
gonna
not a
black
it doesn't
out.
work because the
We
we
saw
saw
her.
them at dang.
Time travel?
Yeah, maybe. Shit.
Time
Oh,
travel.
shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be anything too crazy, but I think it's gonna be like something that will help him or us in the future, and we'll see it.
What if it was some kind of like plan or strategy that Big Mom had been cooking up for a while that a commander dropped the ball on, and now Kid actually has it, and
Yeah,
he was
but-
trying to.
No, but like,
But
Kid
then
is-
it's like,
didn't
why
it-
did he go there with the?
Yeah, no,
intent
no,
to-
it said Kid like he got what he went for. Like he had a reason to go there.
Yeah, he had a reason to going there.
Yeah.
I mean, her intelligence network is well known. Maybe he just knew she had it.
Yeah, we shall see.
Captain John definitely more likely there.
Yes. Nice. Red, I have I'm gonna bring it back to like 1012, where
Mm.
like the first pages about Kiku and stuff. You still with me that
Yeah.
Conjuro
Yeah, for
gonna
sure.
drop the act? Because I've seen a lot of people think, oh, this is basically confirmation that Kiku isn't gonna fuck up this time, and she's actually gonna take out Conjuro or whatever. But I'm still with the whole Conjuro is not gonna be redeemed, but like his final moments can drop his acting thing.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
I-
I mean, we basically got something similar with Zeus in the recent chapter too, where like Zeus has been kind of just fucking being shady the entire time, and then he doubles down and actually chooses a side. I think Conjuro is gonna have something like that, not fully redeemed, but just end up
I
doing.
think he's still
something
gonna
along
die,
those
but
lines.
like in his last moment.
I bet you
Yeah.
he's gonna fake trying to be redeemed. And
I think
they'll
that's
kill
more
him.
likely.
Yeah, and
I
then they'll
don't
kill
agree.
him,
I don't agree with like
faking
the
accepting it.
redemption line or anything close to a redemption line or faking his role.
Definitely something like
removing his role. I don't think
yeah.
that's gonna happen.
No, he's far from that.
He lost
Yeah.
his chance.
He,
he
yeah, he
hasn't.
lost his chance after the.
He
Odin sword.
hasn't lost his chance to contradict his act. He can
Yeah.
do it still.
People
But
don't look at redemptions in this series too much, do they? As
it's
far
not
as like,
no. We and Evan both said multiple times not a redemption. Just him
So when you say
finally like
yeah,
picking a
not
side.
to you guys, but like in the general
From-
sense that people keep talking about like redemption for Big Mom or redemption for Orochi or redemption for
Yeah, like
every
that.
villain out there.
Nobody gets
totally
full
get, like-
redemptions, but like for example, like Crocodile saved Ace, Crocodile saved Luffy, stuff like that are like examples of like
Clay.
it to an extent. Bon Clay never really was like kind bad.
I
Really.
mean, he
was
did kind of destroy an entire village for no reason in
Good point.
Alabasta.
Good point.
Well,
Good point.
yeah.
true. He was a friend before he was an enemy to the
Yeah, that's also true.
so he
Hmm.
didn't really need a redemption.
Mm-hmm.
when
Yeah,
when
he
you guys
didn't
say
do it.
drop the act, you don't consider like him revealing that he's the traitor dropping the act?
No, because he
No.
literally like in 1008 said I'm gonna carry this act out. My final thing.
Yeah,
gonna...
he
Yeah, but
explicitly
his
said
final
that.
role was giving Momo to Orochi, which he did.
Wait, but didn't he say? I mean,
That wasn't his final role. He said he's going to
That's
continue it.
literally what. Okay, I'll bring up the panel.
wait, but didn't he just say in 1008 like? Let me find it.
I just
It
meant,
is the greatest. It is the greatest final act. My entire life, a beautiful, poignant drama.
Yeah, he's still playing
Yeah,
into
but
the
that's
act the
talking
entire
about
time.
his life. He's
He
talking about his life like
he has said multiple times, or you said not one multiple times. He said explicitly that he does not believe what he's doing. He's just playing the act that he was given, and he's continuing that even beyond
Yeah.
giving him to Orochi or whatever. This isn't like his will. This is just what he chose to act out.
I posted a
And
drop.
he's
Oh, damn it.
sticking to it for now. And
Oh,
eventually,
no, okay.
and what me and Evan are saying is that eventually we think that he might, in like his dying moments, just like decide to go against that act because it's like
Yes.
that's such an Oda thing to do. That's such
Pure, like
that's such a
since
thing-
he was a child, like it's just pure manipulation, pure brainwashing. Like it's like he's not even.
he's not a person. And
That's why in
that's the whole end is like he
974,
becomes
like,
a person.
yeah, like it's like he's like introduced to Orochi as like a blob. Like that's that's the metaphor we're given. Like he's just a formless blob that can be like molded into anything, but he's just completely manipulated his whole life.
Yeah.
So I think like in his final moments, he can finally like take I guess agency of his life or something like that. Just
I don't know,
yeah.
I think he perfectly has agency over his own life.
He doesn't. He doesn't. He literally does.
I mean,
is
I
a
don't
fucking
think
blank
any of this
slate.
Odin. I don't think any of this Odin stuff was Orochi's like telling him, "Oh, transform yourself into Odin and
He
manipulate
wasn't.
the
No,
step."
he wasn't. But his act is to be play out as a Kurozumi against the fucking what is their name? Holy shit,
You mean
Kozuki?
Kozuki clan. Yeah, that is his act. His act isn't just to do specifically what Orochi told him to and then stop there. He's just playing out the act of a Kurozumi, but he
A
doesn't
Kozuki.
actually Kozumi. But he doesn't actually believe in those same ideals or whatever. He doesn't actually hate the Kozuki clan, yada yada. He's just playing as part of the other clan or whatever. Isn't it Kurozumi?
Kurozumi is Orochi's claim.
He's a
Yeah,
Kurozumi.
that's what I meant. When
yeah.
I said Kurozumi, that's what I meant. I meant to say
Yeah.
Kurozumi. Gotcha. I thought you were correcting me to Kozumi for some reason.
Kurozumi.
Yeah. But yeah. So either way, yeah. That's how I see it.
I think his final moment is going to be one where like he actually gets to choose.
Yeah, but what do you
freely.
think? What do you imagine he's doing? Like, what does becoming
We don't
your
know.
own person mean in this context?
It,
'Cause to me,
it's
that
literally
sounds
it's
like you're
literally
saying-
making it contradicting a contradiction to his act. That's all it is.
Right, so
Any
that's a
action
redemption.
that contradicts that.
A
It's not a
contradiction to what
It's
he's
not a
doing right now
redemption
would
because
be
he's still
a redemption.
irredeemable.
Yeah,
it's not a
like
redemption.
The Scabbers are going to be
But
like,
it's
oh,
him trying
Conjuro,
to
you-"
redeem himself.
No, it's not. It's not him.
It is.
His,
That's
his,
what
if he's
contradicting he's
it's
doing
not
right
him
now.
saying I want to be a good person or whatever. It's just him choosing what he like. If he likes these people, if he actually truly cared about them deep down, and he does something to
Right.
help them, he's not redeeming himself. He's just
Yeah.
being
but
true
it's-
to himself.
Well, that's the
So what's
narrative.
what's
independent.
gonna
It
what's
comes
gonna
up
make
as a
him
narrative
change?
redemption. It
So
comes
wait,
up as
do
a
you-
narrative redemption.
So wait, do you think there's something's gonna like make him change to do that, or do you think he's gonna like do that naturally?
Yeah, I
So
think
what's
something's.
gonna
I
make
think
him change?
I think I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
not Oda. I think a situation will present itself that will make him make that narrative decision. The reason I think that is just because of everything that. What?
And Chuck's right. That would be a redemption in this case. As far as redemption goes, that's
By the
really
definition
how-
of redemption, he is not redeemed in doing that action.
He's not
Everything he
redeemed,
did
but
is
it's
still
narrative
irredeemable.
redemption. But it's still a narrative redemption. It's Oda trying
But
to
why are we going into
create a
semantics with
situation
this?
where But that's
the
what it
way
is, right?
The
Because
way
I-
it's generally considered is the way like fans would mean the term would generally be like now they are.
He's
on
trying to be
Luffy's side
good.
or-
It wouldn't, but it wouldn't feel contrived or anything because if it would feel contrived if they tried to make him seem like a good person for doing it. But he's still a piece of shit. He just ended up doing something that he truly believed in the end of at the end
It'd
of
be
the day.
contrived if
right,
like
but that
you see
thing that
Kinemon
would
at
be
the end going like, "Oh, Conjuro."
Just because he does one good thing doesn't rescind everything he once did.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But it's still trying to make him feel like a good person or
Wait,
becoming a good person.
Are we
Yeah,
arguing over it being contrived or not? Like inherently?
Well, so
Is
so
that,
when,
is
when
that what
people,
you're saying, Chuck?
when people say that something is
Kind of, yeah.
a redemption in this context where they're like I don't want him to be redeemed, it's usually implying like a contrived way of going about it, which I don't think it would be if it was just one
Yeah.
act where he just truly cared about these people in wanting to do
you know,
something.
yeah, I
No,
don't
no,
think
usually
I don't
with
think that
people-
has
But
to
I
be.
think that would
like
be
the one
I don't think it
act
has
or-
to be contrived. I just think that it would be like a redemption in the story. You know, what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it,
that's what it
when
would be.
people say
By
redemption,
definition, it wouldn't
yeah,
be though,
or
because he
single
would
act,
still
but-
be looked. If someone
No,
if
like-
something's a redemption, then they are redeemed. But he isn't redeemed in doing that. He still did shitty things, and those are unforgivable at the end of the day. He
No,
he lived his entire life doing something shitty.
What I'm saying is like it's a narrative showcase that's having him do like one last good I mean like the word there is a redemption. Like he doesn't of course
Yeah.
what you're saying is also true. I'm just saying like that's what it would be.
Yeah, but that goes into like semantics of it, right? But like if we're going by the definition of what most people mean when they're like upset about a redemption or whatever, like characters in other series get that are like shitty and whatnot, it's like people are implying the like contrived like everything he's done is rescinded type of thing. But like if you want to go into the semantics and use the word redemption here when he's not getting fully redeemed, then we can. But my point is that it wouldn't be contrived. It wouldn't be that like negative way to redeem something. It wouldn't be a
That
poorly
entirely
written
depends
redemption.
on that entirely depends on how it's presented. And you
Yeah, of
yourself have said
course.
you don't have an idea of how it would be presented.
Yeah,
you said
because I'm not
that's-
Oda. I don't know how this arc's
Yeah,
gonna
you're
play
right.
out.
Yeah, I say that. Like you can say that. You're not Oda. You don't know how Oda would do it, but you're saying he would do it in a way that wouldn't be contrived.
I think there has been so much going on regarding him like sticking to this role. He lived his entire life as his role. It's a very common trope for something like that to be contradicted at the end, right?
Yeah. And I think
And
that's like the whole point of saying like showing he's like mortally wounded, like he's most likely going to die. So
Yeah.
in his final moment, he can just yeah.
wait,
I just,
no, because if he dies, then
Yeah.
that's fulfilling his act. So he can't. He
No,
can't actually
but,
unless he
no,
lives.
in
He
his-
has to live.
No,
though.
no, that's not true
No,
because he
he's-
said if he
I'm fucking with you,
dies
I'm just fucking around.
if he
sorry.
dies as a Kurozumi, he is fulfilling his
I
act.
just think like there's definitely it's not contrived as Red said because he himself is a victim. I guess like it's hard to make it not sound like this is just us
Yeah,
saying,
it's
"Oh,
I
Kanjo's gonna get redeemed because good person now." But like I just think there's room for it. Like Orochi, there's not really room because it's yeah, this might just turn into semantics, but I think uh I think there's definitely a possibility for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Agreed.
don't know. I disagree, but we'll see what happens.
You
will
don't
see
think
what
there's
happens.
any possibility at all. You don't think there's any
I
likelihood. You don't think there's even like a 30% chance.
Of him being redeemed,
I don't
not
think so.
whatsoever,
Not
personally.
with the not after the Odin stuff. I think the Odin stuff was like the final nail. It's like,
That's kind of
nah,
how I feel about
this
it too.
guy's like
Yeah.
this
I
guy's
felt
like
like it
too
was
far
cemented
gone, man.
there.
He's too far gone.
I saw it as a red herring.
That was deranged. That was like
There's-
legitimately deranged doing that stuff.
See, the problem is there's no one who's had like this hardcore, like dug their own grave this hard about it, and actually been redeemed in this
It
series
is,
before.
But there's
it's-
there's never been anyone that's been playing out an act their entire life either.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a chance of it. I mean, I think that was what cemented it for me too. The Odin stuff, I mean, he takes their most beloved figure and has him come in and suicide bomb them to try and kill
Well,
them.
for me the issue is like he even like it's the reason I see it as like such a red herring is that he even like explicitly said the opposite of what we're like me and Evan are thinking he's gonna do, and like he said to the very last breath, I'm going to play out this role, which is like very
Yeah,
common storytelling to be like this isn't what he's gonna do. He's gonna do quite the opposite of this. He's explicitly stating what he intends to do, and then that usually means that a lot of the time that he won't do that, right? Like when a
Maybe.
person tells a plan, like how in
It's-
Whole Cake Island where they like explain their plan of how they're going to take down Big Mom, and then that plan fails.
Oh, I mean,
They
it doesn't-
explain it all, stuff like that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's kind of hard to. I mean, with the plan, maybe is a little different. It's not that different, but I get what you mean. That's true. It's kind of tough to spot a red herring, right? Like, one of those things was like Marco saying he's not gonna go, right? Like, a lot of people said, "Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna go anyway," and it's like, well, that's just baseless, right? It's like a coin flip.
Sure,
There's
but
not,
that,
there's
that's
not much
that's
to go
not.
off of, really. It's
But that's
possible.
that's like going based off of like how stories are usually told, right? The reason people felt that way about Marco is because usually when someone says something like that, especially when they were like even sought out in the first place, like they made an attempt to even bring them there, like that's usually like a sign like he'll show up, we just don't know why he didn't plan to yet, type of thing, right?
See, if Marco had not given a note, I would have agreed with that, Red. But the note was just the most retarded thing that I've like.
But it
That
still
was just a
happened.
red
Like,
herring.
the
But it still
manga.
happened. But it still happened. And just in that same way, I think that that's gonna happen with
No, I know. I'm saying that's fair.
Kurozumi boy.
If you think that's happening, that's fine.
I think
It's
I
just
think
like
it's
you
fair to
could-
think
you
it's
could
baseless
probably-
based on evidence, but like I'm not going by
Yeah,
like
it's not
story
entire-
evidence based on things he personally feels. I'm going on like narrative writing style of evidence, like
yeah,
where
I don't.
red
I don't-
herrings
yeah.
are placed.
I didn't
and,
wanna
like,
call,
these type of
um,
characters.
I didn't want to call this baseless. It's just like I could say I could probably call a lot of things a red herring, and then it's like,
Mhm.
well, will it be? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it
I-
could
I
not.
just
It
don't
could
think
not.
there's- I just
Yeah,
don't
it's not
think
even
there's
just a
any
red
point
herring.
to it
I just
because
think there's definitely room for it.
if he gets redeemed, like let's say he actually does go through a full redemption thing, if they accept it, it would make his entire story arc kind of feel a little empty to me.
What do
a
you mean by
little
they
bit
accepted?
like everyone around him, they were like, oh, I guess he was a piece of shit, but at least in the end, he was still.
No. So Bean, I've said it 80 times. I've said it 80 times. This isn't a redemption in that type of way. I've said it 80 billion times. And the way I see it is this would be like a solo thing. This would be for himself, and people
Yeah.
wouldn't even know.
Yeah, that's
type of
that's
thing.
that's what I'm
Like
talking.
think Pound when he saved his daughter, and no one fucking knew he saved his daughter. Type of something like that, where like
So-
he at his last breath, he's like,
What-
I'm
what
gonna do
would
something
he-
that would help.
What
That's a
would
good
he do
example.
that could do that?
That's you guys keep asking that. I don't know how the arc is gonna play out. I don't know
No.
who's gonna be where. I don't know what situation they would be in for
I
him to be
guess
able to do that
more-
when he's dying.
I guess more broadly,
Okay.
because that is fair, but like more broadly, I guess what potential or like possible angle could
Anything
we
that
look
helps.
for?
Anything that helps. He could create a clone to trick someone. Something along those lines. It doesn't. He could do anything. I just
guess
the
we could
importance
do
is
something
because the
like
reason is I'm not going based off like stuff he's like we know he personally feels or whatever, right? This is a narrative trope that is very often played into in these series, and Oda is very heavily leaning into these tropes all the time. So what I think is that he's going to do it based on that, but I don't know like what specifics that would play into. I just think that the way things have been set up around his character from a narrative standpoint, that it's very likely that they do the usual trope of contradicting that narrative in the end, or contradicting that ideal in the end, or whatever.
But is there any like precedent for this? You know, is like has there been any kind of villain to really?
I think he said it earlier, like with Croc. Croc kind of did it.
Crocodile didn't really do it.
Well,
He-
that Croc wasn't an example of that. That was you guys asking who's fully redeemed themselves, and I said Croc
fully
hasn't.
redeemed
I said, yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
was saying,
he's done
eh,
something.
Chuck. I'm not done. I said explicitly. I said, well, I don't think Croc fully redeemed himself. Sure, he saved X and he saved Y, but like he's still kind of a piece of shit, and that's what I had said earlier. That's why I mentioned Croc, but I wasn't using it as an example of him like being a good example of someone that's like him.
Yeah,
in the
he
sense-
didn't
People-
do that to save anyone or like out of the goodness of his heart. He did it to spite the Navy.
If people think Big
Yeah.
Mom can go to Elbaf, like become some Olin type figure and like retire peacefully and make Hotland a nice place or something, and that's her type of redemption, then something like this is definitely like still like on the table. Like I don't know.
You know
I-
what could happen? You know what could happen?
Neither
Fucking-
of those
You know,
things.
you know what could happen? Fucking what's his name? Conjuro overhears Momo's speech whenever he gets to it.
I would hate that so much. I know exactly where
Does
we're going. I
what?
would hate that so much, dude.
Why would you hate it?
If Conjuro gets turned by Momo's speech when he wasn't turned by Odin, I don't know, man. I just couldn't take that.
I think to me the only way like this kind of thing could happen would be if just Kanjuro doesn't kill Kiku. Like he's in a
Conjuro doesn't
position,
kill Kiku.
yeah, like he's in a position where he's about to win, and he just like does like a Mihawk on Zoro. It's like almost kills her, or like
But he lets her live.
intentionally doesn't kill her, and then she's like, maybe it's like questioning her, like she starts questioning, did he do that on purpose, or like was he just bad?
Yeah, I'm not. I think it'd be
I
a
think
little
the
more than
only
that.
way, like,
I think it'd be a
I
little
don't,
more than
I,
that.
I don't think
personally.
of any other thing that could happen along this line.
You know what? I would accept that.
There's so many options with his
If
clones.
it turns out that if that happens, he like has to wrestle in denial with himself about it, and he never actually comes to grips with it. He just like kills himself in that lie. But you can see
well,
him
that would be like the same as him just
regretfully
dying anyway.
acknowledge
So
the lie.
I think he's
Yeah, it'd be
actually
the
gonna
same
do
thing.
something.
But at least you have the impact of like now he's acknowledging that this was all not worth it. This was all just an empty thing, and he's just like shattered inside and dies anyway. Versus
Yeah, that's what we've been saying the entire
Like if he
time.
realizes that, he might as well do something with that. Like not just die anyway, because I think he's gonna die anyway regardless. So
Why is him providing some
I'm
minor
not saying
help?
him consciously doing it. I'm saying like in Chalk's example, just as an example, if he and Kiku were fighting and it turns out he just constantly couldn't kill her, not consciously, but
Subconsciously, yeah.
yeah, because of all the time he spent with him. And then, toward the end, he has to wrestle with that. And he just dies, like sitting there trying to tell himself that he was never a Kozuki, when in the end, like he always felt like a scabbard. But essentially, trying to force himself to accept the lie when he always knew the truth. So he doesn't get a redemption, but we can see him accepting what his true feelings actually ended up being.
Yeah. I think that's probably the best way to go about it.
But that's when adding him actually doing something helpful on top of that, what do you lose? Why does that become worse?
It's
Because
just
it
it
feels
feels
it
more
feels
artfully impactful if he realizes it and dies, because then his life is empty as he dies. There's no satisfaction even that he gets internally from it. He just died.
I'd be more okay with that than him
Sure.
maintaining as he is personally. I would be more okay. I still think he's gonna get like a moment where he actually does something due to something else happening. But I think I would be more okay with that suggestion than the suggestion of him just like completely going all in. I think that would be more impactful to me.
like okay, to me, I think there's a big difference between him subconsciously doing something that like goes against what he's done and consciously like if he consciously draws like a clone that helps someone else. I think there's a big difference between that and him like subconsciously not doing
There
something
is a
bad.
difference. Yeah, that's why I prefer
And
the one him
I think
doing
it's
it
more
consciously.
likely that he's going to subconsciously not do something bad as opposed to consciously do something good.
It's possible. I think that's more likely than him not doing anything like that at all. I think that's
I
more
just feel
likely.
like it's a more artfully attractive way to display that struggle personally.
But it's that they're different portrayals though, because one is him contradicting uh actively the thing he's done his entire life and spent his entire life for. The other one is just realizing that what he had done was all for naught, right?
Yeah.
They're different portrayals of a similar thing, but they're not the same thing.
Well,
Thing is
one
like
is
giving
him
him closure
accepting
in
it.
death. Like,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
I think
One
he's
is
going to
him
die
accepting
anyway.
it and getting closure. The other is him struggling even as he's dying to fight against it because he doesn't want to accept it, but he sees the truth.
Yeah, and I think both of them are more interesting than the alternative of him just like going full on and just
Yeah,
dying
he's
as he
gonna
is.
die. Like he's gonna die a terrible, evil person. Even though like at the beginning he was just a victimized child. Like who was just molded into this psychopathic actor thing. Like he's just gonna die and like that. And that's it. That's the closure of his character. I think
Especially where someone's so like relevant throughout the entirety of this entire confrontation with Kaido in general.
Yeah,
Like
that's the
it feels so unsatisfying if he just ended up being just that and nothing else.
it's like
but
there's
that's
just
like the
such
narrative.
definite room because like the whole actor thing is kind of saying like, this isn't really who he could have been. Like he could have been. This isn't the real Conjo. It's all just some fake manipulation, brainwashing thing. Like he could easily just finally die in like his final moments, get closure as I don't know something that he actually believes in. I really don't know what's gonna happen. Like the
But
specifics.
it
of
adds a lot of it just adds a lot of tragic depth to the character for me.
Really,
You
I
know,
just but see. I think people would just go, "Yeah, fuck that Conjo guy. I'm so glad he died," you know. But then just miss the point that he was also a victim of this.
they're
Like if
gonna
you
do that either way, but you can portray that our way too, showing that he was the victim of it, just showing that Orochi's manipulations and everything tore him away from what could have been a good, amazing, and fulfilling life, and all he has to show for it is this internal struggle that he can never resolve, and just dies with it. He just goes straight to hell, forever arguing this with himself.
see that
You
that's
know,
not closure. I think he actually gets closure. Like
yeah, no,
so,
that's not closure. That's the point. It's not supposed to be closure. It's tragedy. It's supposed to be that he's just this shattered soul forever. He's not supposed to get this full closing of his character. He's supposed to sit there tormented by the fact that he tried to swear himself to his acting identity
I
instead
don't
of
see Oda
like
doing
the
that.
warm family that Odin gave him.
I see Oda giving him like
Yeah,
actual closure, but not that. I don't know.
I,
Maybe
don't- I
so.
I agree with Bean. I agree with Bean. I think he's more of a tragic character as opposed to like
He's
Orochi,
tragic
who
in
is
both alternatives.
Yeah, he's tragic
Yeah,
regardless,
I'm
given his
not
whole life
saying
has
that
been
this
an
one
act.
is for sure going to happen or is even more likely or anything like that. I just prefer this outcome to him getting
Yeah,
some
preference is
form
cool.
of closure after
Yeah.
everything he's done. Like he doesn't get to stay comfortable as he's dying in some even in some small way when he did the whole betrayal thing, got Odin killed, and then taunted them about it later. Like just let him just die shamefully.
Yeah,
I
I
think he's
agree.
gonna die like as Kanjuro Kurozumi, but like a different meaning of what he has been led to believe that is. So
That's actually a good way to put it, with the whole accepting your self thing, with the
it's like he literally says it.
Sanji and Momo having
I'm
committed
gonna die
suicide.
as Kurozumi Kanjuro, but like to him, that's something that Orochi has given him, not actually what he could, what Kurozumi Kanjuro could have been. Like
Mhm.
his view of Kurozumi Kanjuro is a role. It's not authentic. It's just a whole manipulation. And I think he could actually die with some sort of liberation of himself. Like he could, instead of just dying as something that's not what he really could have been, and like just dying tragically with no closure, I think he could actually, in his final moments, just take control of something. I don't know what exactly, but I just think there's definitely like a it's an opening for something like that.
But he really doesn't deserve that, though.
Well, he's a piece of shit, yes, but like there's some I just
There's
can't.
literally no redeeming quality about him to lead to a redemption.
It's not like he's
It-
gonna become a good guy. It's just taking liberation of his
Yeah,
of what.
and I know I used the word redemption. I didn't mean to like go all the way that far with it, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah,
there's no reason for him like to have that as an attractive quality. You know, there's no reason for him to think that way. That at this point, somehow after everything, now he realizes he was really a Kozuki all along. You know, instead of a Kurozumi.
here's my thing, all right? So we don't like if I'm gonna compare him to Big Mom a little bit. We don't know what Kanjuro was like before Orochi, but we know what Big Mom was like before she became Big Mom. Like we know who Charlotte Linlin is, but we don't know who Kurozumi uh, Kanjuro is. So it's like, how do you portray him becoming Kurozumi Kanjuro when we don't even have an idea of what that is? How
yeah,
can
I
you
see what
say,
you
oh,
mean.
he
Like, but
stopped playing an act? How can you not just say, oh, that's still just an act?
is I don't get maybe like some things he experienced actually like slip through into like something he actually believes. I don't know.
Yeah, that's well. The point is that he doesn't truly believe what he's doing. He's just doing things that he decided that he would act out. So if over the time he's been with these people for what 20, 30 years or whatever, if over time he ended up like developing some sort of empathy for them of some sort, but he's been suppressing that, and then that ends up being shown at the end. That would be him being true to himself. That would be him being true to his actual self, as opposed to just continuing the act forever. He doesn't have to have a pre-shown this is what he truly is and this is what he is now thing. Um, it we just if he's being true to what he believes, and that's him being true to himself, because we know he's not doing that right now, as a fact.
But we kind of don't know that he's not doing that right now
Yeah,
because
we don't know that.
He said
we
We
he
don't know
he
what
said he
believes.
holds well. He said he holds nothing against the Kozuki clan at all. He has no resentment for his
Yeah,
family or his name.
right, but he has no
He is
belief.
just acting it out.
yeah, it's more it's
He has
more
no beliefs. It's not that he's contradicting his current beliefs, because he has no beliefs to contradict.
Well,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying, is that in those moments we would be shown that he did, and he had been suppressing them. That's the point. Is that
he had formed them over time, over his time with
yeah,
the
over his
Saiyans.
time acting.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
they just yeah.
Then why would they come out now instead of like when he was kidnapping Momonosuke and seeing him getting abused or
For
Well,
dramatic
like I
effect. There's no
yeah.
no reason.
like he's actually dying now.
Right.
Maybe like he's like
Some event happens. I don't know. Yeah, it's like
See,
That's also it. He's dying now.
look
That's
back
another
at
option.
look back on your life and think about it. You know?
yeah, like he could just like think, was this role
But
like
he
did I
already
actually?
got up and confirmed he himself he was dying and
Yeah,
decided
he was
to
already dying, and he still did the Odin stuff.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
He was
That's
already
what I'm
dying, and he
saying, is
still
that
did
in
the
his
Odin.
dying breath he does this. And
So,
also, as I said before, there's the option. There's something would instigate it. I don't think this would just be like a, you know what, never mind thing. I think like something would happen. Like I said, Momo's speech. If he gave a speech later that impacted him and like showed that Momo was a greater man than Odin, even if not physically or something like that, then that would be enough to instigate something like that happening with him inside of his mind or whatever. It doesn't need to be just like just like some sudden change out of nowhere. Like something would happen to cause it.
But something happening to cause it kind of would be a sudden change out of nowhere still.
Would it? Why?
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think so because stuff has happened that could have caused it, and it didn't.
And it just didn't
Yeah.
because it wasn't the right time. That's all it is. It's there's this building
he
up
also
to it.
had no he also had no background for it, you know. And this was going back to
Yeah.
what we said before. It's not that he'd be switching beliefs now. It's that there's nothing to switch to justify a switch in the first place.
That we know of. That's the
Yeah,
point.
yeah, exactly. That we know of. That's the problem. That because we don't know of any, so it would feel kind of out of nowhere, even if it's triggered by
But
something else.
well, it wouldn't feel out of nowhere because we know that they've been with them. He's been with them for these long years. It would be reasonable for him to be feeling something for them in some way or another, and they had been suppressed. It would be reasonable to assume that we are not seeing his perspective. We are seeing him talk. We're not seeing his like internal monologues or how he truly feels about these things. We're just seeing his outward expressions and how he is portraying himself to be as an actor. All it would take
not-
is us finally seeing what he's truly believing inside or whatever, and that would be that. What
If not
he
for the fact
personally
that this
feels.
if not for the fact that this is all after and he's been just gratuitously sadistic against the Scabbards,
Yeah,
I would say that you have more of a point there.
is Orochi not a sadistic fuck as a Kurozumi? Is he not playing into the role of a Kurozumi at this very moment and trying to act as one? Isn't that the whole point?
But
Of course
then
he's going to be sadistic. This isn't his personal sadism. This is what he is playing as a sadist right now.
But then
Yeah.
what could possibly trigger him to change later that hasn't already?
Yo, we are
Like,
Something- Something narratively,
Yeah.
something that impacts him,
Guys
something
are
that
just
Momo
going
said
in fucking
specifically.
circles.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yes, we can end it off
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
But
we're
to end it off,
we're running
something-
into
Yeah.
3-hour territory.
yeah,
here,
to
bro.
end it
Yeah.
off though, something that would actually be something that is said that is different than he had already seen, something new to him that opens his eyes. That's all it is.
I don't
It's
know,
not just it's not just like what his friends are feeling. It's not him empathetically like noticing like, oh wait, they're actually hurting and I cared about them before. It's someone bringing something to the table that he hadn't thought about before or something along those lines.
all right. I just can't really think of what that would be personally. That's all.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
end
to
on
be
that.
honest,
It's
but-
okay.
Yeah, on that, yeah.
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 All right, y'all. It's been fun. We're gonna wrap it up here. We're almost at 3 hours of podcast, so
Well,
yeah, people don't
Alright.
have the time for all that shit, man. Anyway, yeah, it's been fun. Yeah, I'll just turn off the stream here.